buddy?
Oh, man. Well, I had this day circled on the calendar.
Big day.
June 19th. Taking the show outside.
Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah,
Also-
was it a happy circle or a dreading
No, it
circle
was
for what we have to do?
It was in black ink.
What we get to do.
Well, we get to take the show outside.
That's right. We
At
get
8 o'clock.
to do it.
What a treat.
It is a treat.
What a treat for America
Yes.
that we're bringing the show outside.
So
From
you
8
can
to 10.
So you can smell
Tell your friends.
what this show smells like.
Not good in the morning.
No.
You've heard us. You've seen us.
Although probably
Now you get
the
the
best smelling member of the show is back. Ladies and gentlemen, Rafe Williams joins us.
Thank you.
The prodigal son has
You do
returned.
smell good.
Oh, thank you.
You musk up before you come in?
Musk up.
Hey, showers like a
Shower
normal
every
person.
day. I think it's because I'm a morning showerer.
Yeah, I turned into a night shower.
Same. Which I don't like.
Why don't you like it?
Well, I was a morning shower person
I
before
was
joining
always.
this show.
Yeah, I was always a morning shower guy. This is until recently.
Honestly, it's because of
Maybe the past 2 years.
setup of my house. Like whenever I was on Casey's morning show for those 8 years, I could go in a different part of the house to get ready in the morning, and so Tim couldn't hear. But now, like our primary bathroom, it's like I can't have my podcasts on and whatnot. I could go to the other bathroom, but I don't want to inconvenience myself. So I shower at night now.
I don't know. I read this whole thing about getting into bed dirty.
Dude, me and you, I think you read it on air, and then you talked about the benefits of your sleep when you shower at night.
Yeah.
And both you and me, the next day started night showering.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
haven't turned back.
Together.
I like getting
Yeah.
into bed clean, and now that's like a whole thing. Like even on the weekends, like whenever I shower and like hang out all night, and then I go to bed with like gross hair, I'm like, ooh, I want to change my pillowcase and whatnot.
Yeah. Do you get into bed and go, I make that sound.
I'm here.
Like
I
a
make
vampire.
just like that.
Yeah.
Like I get out
like
of the
you-
shower, dry off, I do my stuff.
like you
And
had
I
a shot
go,
of whiskey?
I pull the sheets up.
I don't do that.
No?
What do you do?
I just get in bed. It's pretty cool.
Oh no.
What do you do when you get into
boring.
bed, Rafe? Like, are you listening to something? Is
I
it
just
black?
I open the door and then I go to one end of the house furthest away from bed and I sprint.
Nice.
And jump.
Yeah, and I see if I can hit the door, jump before I go through the doorway and make it or not.
Nice.
And I hit the light as I'm coming in, see if I can make it into bed before it gets dark.
Yeah, I don't like to. I do that too, sort of, because I don't want the monster under the bed to like get me. Anybody else think like somebody's gonna grab you?
No, I did
under the bed?
try.
Yeah,
to-
Howie Mandel and Fred Savage.
I
that's
did
right.
try to once run and jump into bed, and I broke the platform under the bed
I could see that.
Now-
I could easily do that.
Why? Like, because
because I
you're
weigh
a
too much.
voluptuous man.
I weigh too much.
We have.
I'm not a skinny man anymore.
We're a small people that live at my house. My husband is 5'7", and we have the tallest bed that has ever existed for some reason.
Do you have to have one of
It's
the,
just
like
a
the
regular
dog
bed.
steps?
Yeah, we
Do you have
should.
the dog steps?
We should. I have to actually
I've been to her house.
spring
It's a
myself.
regular bed. It's just, they don't know.
Yeah,
They
it's
didn't
so
know they needed a
freaking
specific
tall,
short bed.
and I don't know why, but we have it. We need one of those like little dog step things to
Yeah.
get into
Oh,
the bed.
short,
senior
taut
pets?
bed.
Yes.
Yeah, for the senior pets.
Yeah, we need the ramp.
Yeah. Little tiny steps going up to the bed.
But I like it. At my house, all of the furniture has legs and
Names.
nothing is flat.
Oh.
Like everything has like space underneath it. Anyone else like that? Like I like things like
I like
that.
it when I vacuum. My old couch I bought, one couch in my house is like all the way to the floor. And I'm like,
I don't like
didn't
it.
think about it. I got to move
Nothing.
it every
Yeah,
time.
you can't get underneath there.
Got to move it every time.
Nah, just leave it
Yeah,
for
just
the
leave it,
next
man.
people.
What?
Yeah.
Next, people.
Hey, out of sight, out of mind.
Under the couch, it could be a whole new world.
Yeah, the next owner will
There's
see.
Yeah.
disease under there. No thanks.
The floor is a different color.
I do
for sure.
I'll take like a rinse shower at night, but my morning shower is part of my ritual. I don't feel like I'm awake.
Well, now you live like 5 minutes away.
It's helpful.
It's very helpful. But, you were in L.A. the past week.
Yeah, baby. Los Angeles
Los Angeles.
or Louisiana.
My
Didn't
town.
tell anybody.
Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles.
And you had somebody stay at your house.
I did.
Somebody house sit. And it
Dog
was-
sit.
Dog sit. Well, house sit, dog sit.
Yeah, I had a dog sitter. House stay optional.
And, yeah, I guess there was an incident on Tuesday?
Tuesday.
The first day I was gone,
Tuesday.
there was an
and
international incident at my home. I
And-
almost had to fly home from L.A.
The house sitter found a mouse In your sink? Was it deceased?
No, it was
Oh,
alive.
it's a little baby.
Oh.
Lyle.
Well, apparently it
He's
became
still alive.
It became a whole thing.
Yes, I got a
Yeah.
message.
Well, what was the problem?
So the person who was watching Rafe's house is a mutual friend, a listener who's turned into a friend. And Rafe was out of town. And so I'm on the show on Tuesday, and she messages me on Instagram, and she's like, oh, my God, there's a mouse in Rafe's sink, and I am terrified of rodents. And I was like, okay, do you need help? Like, what do you need?
Which hurt the mouse's feelings.
Right.
Just get the mouse out of the sink.
This was a baby, itty-bitty little sweet little thing, okay?
So what was the problem?
Well, so she was deathly afraid of rodents. And so I was like, hey, man, I'm like, if you need help, I can come down the street. I've never been to Rafe's house. So I was like, I don't know where this is. I know it's down the street somewhere. And she's like, oh my God. She goes, her cousin was out of town who normally helps her with things. And so
Mine's the one that looks like a big piece of cheese.
so she messaged me and I said, all right, I'll be over there. So I stole a garbage can from our office and I went to Rafe's house, which is lovely.
And then you trapped it under, and then you smoked it out?
No,
Did you smoke it out?
I got a paper towel.
Did you get the mouse high and smash it with a hammer?
Rafe is on the
That's how you do
phone
it.
with Amy, and I'm like, okay, do you have any peanut butter? So I'm going through his cabinets.
It was funny to listen to them work it out.
So I get some peanut butter on a paper towel. I put it in the trash can, and then I try to get this mouse to get in the trash can because you have a huge sink in your kitchen, which was nice.
Yeah.
And then
He ain't getting out if he's in.
it took a moment. Yeah, he was jumping up. He was trying to get out, so that was kind of scary. But his little ass got into the trash can, started munching on the peanut butter, slowly tilted it up. So now it is in the trash can. And I was able to walk that thing out, and it lived, and it now lives in a ditch in Olivet.
It's probably back in the house.
It's possible. Lyle's cool.
Well,
We're homies.
you know, if you see one mouse, there are probably many mice.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
have you ever considered
According to
portals?
her, 5,000 to 10,000.
There could be 5,000 to 10,000 mice.
I've never seen what is growing up poor. When I see a mouse in the house, I guess
You
I
think
just
dinner, right?
Well, yeah, I think, oh, finally we eat tonight.
Oh,
Poor people.
I don't know. Just I don't know.
they're just like us.
No, they're not.
Just like us. I think finally, meat.
Anyway, I was happy to help, and I'm happy.
I was glad you.
I didn't want somebody to
well,
kill
you
it.
got to
I
get.
appreciate that you did that. I hate that it was taken out of your work day to go do that. But
Yeah, you should have just brought one of your cats over.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, we don't have mice. We do have mice in our
Release the
yards
cat.
because my cats will catch them often. Clover caught 2 mice the other day in her mouth. She had 2 mice. One was dead, one was alive. And Tim's like shaking the mice out of her mouth. She's a freaking killer, dude. And then Mr. Gray, I had to bury a freaking chipmunk the other day and a mouse. And I'm going, you freaking cats got to
Chipmunk.
chill, dude.
Oh, that's
I mean,
even sadder.
And I know. I
That's the
hate it.
cutest animal maybe there is.
I would
know.
have called MSD and then gone to take a nap. If it were up to me,
Yeah, we know what you did.
Well, I got to tell you,
I told her,
man,
I said, don't call Rizz. We all know he'll just.
kill it.
I'll call
Look at-
MSD.
look at your fire
I'll call the
situation
police.
and go
I'll call the
take a
police
nap.
first.
Your flamethrower.
And then go take a nap.
Yeah. I
Well-
wanted the baby to live. It was very cute.
No, in all honesty,
He was cute. Send me a picture. I'm
You
like,
probably-
that's a cute guy.
you probably need to get an exterminator. In
Yeah, I will. I just had a retaining wall built. I'm assuming I destroyed their home, and they are now refugees. Yeah, I will. I'll get somebody in there. It's not, to me, yeah, I don't know. Some people are real weird about, I mean, obviously, the person I had watching my house was real weird about it.
Some people are worried about what? Infestation?
Seeing a
Yeah.
mouse.
I'm not.
Seeing a mouse and an infestation are two very different things to me. And I'm just like, if I see a mouse in the house, I'm not like, oh my God. What am I going to freaking do, man? There's a freaking mouse in here. And then like some people, I'm like, wow, you've never had a real problem.
I say burn it down.
Yeah,
That's me with the snakes in my yard. Let's burn the whole neighborhood down.
I mean, I guess so. Also that house was empty for a while, so I hope
Could
it's
be.
not. Fingers crossed. I'm blaming the retaining wall. I'm going to have, I called a pest control guy. He's going to come out and take a look. And I just don't like, I feel bad, man. I don't like killing them if I can avoid it. And like, I feel like the live traps don't work very well. And then if you trap them, you got to drive them like someone said you got to drive them like 3 miles away.
You got
That's
to drive them at
raccoons.
least 5 houses over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put them in their backyard.
Special delivery.
With a little tube, little potato gun that shoots them into the neighbor's yard. Little mouse-friendly potato gun.
I gotta say though, I'm having like a courageous year with wildlife. Like I'm dealing with like snakes trying to eat my cats a couple of times this summer already. Rafe's mouse roommate. I mean, I am here to
Lyle.
protect
Let me
wildlife.
change everything.
Okay.
Headline. I saw this story. Immediately thought of urinating on Learn's parade.
I hate you sometimes, man. Why?
Headline, a rabid stray cat terrorizes Florida neighborhood, bites 5 people.
Oh.
Rabies.
Mr. Gray doesn't have rabies.
Residents in Lakeland, Florida, this particular neighborhood, have had a terrifying couple of weeks after one single stray cat went on a rampant biting spree, attacking 5 people, including 3 kids and a 4-month-old puppy.
Oh, no.
And local deputies just confirmed the worst. The cat tested positive for rabies. Now, the chaos unfolded during the first week of June when the cat suddenly turned incredibly violent. And the list of attacks sounds like a literal horror movie. 29-year-old man bitten on the legs, completely unprovoked. 33-year-old woman thought the cat was friendly. When it jumped onto her lap, it wasn't. Bit her finger.
Whoops.
When she tried to wash the wound, the cat ran out from under the house and attacked her again.
I mean, there's some signals.
16.
Yeah, there will be signs.
I'm assuming a rabid cat isn't like purry and like, doing the leg rub and all that. And you're like, I assume it's friendly.
Well, it jumped on her lap.
It's all,
let's pet the kitty.
It's all, yeah, I'm sure. Golly.
16-year-old girl bitten on the knee while trying to play with it outside. 9-year-old girl cornered and bitten on the right leg outside the house. 13-year-old boy was attacked on the leg for trying to take it out. While he was trying to take out the trash.
Well, this was the whole thing when I got Mr. Gray to the vet earlier this year. He does drool. Like when I brush him, he will start drooling.
What?
Yeah, he's so relaxed.
What?
Huge dollops of drool.
Crazy. I've never seen
I call
a
him
cat
LL drool. Jay.
Okay.
Anyway,
What?
so, and I was afraid, he's never bit me or nothing. But whenever I took him to the vet, finally got him in there, they were like, does he drool? And I go, actually, he does. Whenever I'm petting him or like scratching him, he like loves it. And he'll like roll over and be drooling everywhere, like huge piles. And she's like, okay, well, we are going to have to be extra careful because that may be a sign of rabies. Then they tested him and he doesn't have rabies and they gave him the shot.
Well, the cat also attacked a neighbor's puppy before residents finally noticed a terrible smell coming from under her house on June 11th. And animal control officers found the cat was dead. And testing quickly confirmed it had rabies.
Yeah.
Now, it turns out the cat was part of a big colony of strays being taken care of by a local cat lady.
Crazy person.
A 31-year-old woman named Angelica.
Judy Raby. What was her name?
Mama Rabies.
Angelica Rabies Perez, who admitted she regularly names and feeds the neighborhood strays because none of them were vaccinated. She's been hit with multiple citations for letting the cats roam, failing to vaccinate them, and negligence resulting in injury.
Oh, okay. Well, they're not like her cats.
Yeah, you can get charged with that.
She getting charged.
You can get charged with taking care of an animal but letting it be an animal.
Yeah, so if you're telling me if Mr. Gray is performing night crimes, all right?
That's
I
on
can
you
tell
now.
you,
dog.
Here's the sheriff talking about it.
People who feed stray cats mean well, but you're adding to the problem. Cats roam free. This one cat attacked 5 different people, 3 of them children, and attacked a puppy. They've got to go through some horrible shots, rabies shots, for the next period of time in order to make sure that they don't get that deadly disease.
That victims sucks, but why is that on Angelica?
I don't know. All the victims are currently being urged to get immediate medical attention. Rabies is 100% fatal if left untreated. Animal control has already trapped 10 other stray cats in the area, leaving more traps out to clear the neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, isn't this on animal control?
Wasn't this isn't this on the people don't be approaching animals that aren't yours?
Well, officials
are you victim blaming?
Yeah.
Officials are urging.
I just clarifying.
Yeah, I am.
Officials down there are urging people stop feeding the stray cats unless you are willing to vaccinate, spay, and neuter them. Well, it feels like, a con thing to do, feeding feral colonies without medical care, I guess, drastically increases the risk of dangerous diseases like rabies and ringworm and cat scratch fever. Next thing you know, Ted Nugent will be at the house.
I knew somebody that had cat scratch fever, and I always thought he was lying about it. He's like, yeah, I had a cat scratch fever
What
when
is
I was
that?
a kid. And I was like, what
You
does
just
that
have
mean?
a fever.
Were you dancing to classic rock? He's like, no, man, it was serious. I got scratched, and I got cat scratch fever.
You know, Ted Nugent
Proud
was
of you
kind of
for knowing the
preoccupied
reference.
with animals in his songs. Great White Buffalo, cat scratch fever,
What else?
stranglehold. It's about monkeys.
Sure.
I don't know.
Stranglehold is about monkeys? I didn't know that.
That's a great
song.
Not a boa
It's a
constrictor.
7-minute song.
Yeah, Jeff's like, if she's feeding them every day, of course it's like her cats at this point.
Fred
Like,
Bear.
you own Mr. Gray at this point.
So cat scratch fever is a bacterial infection caused by Bartonella henselae, leading to symptoms like swollen lymph nodes, fever, and skin rashes, and it is primarily transmitted to humans through scratches or bites from infected cats.
I always thought it was like a STD.
No, it's an actual
Different cat.
It's an actual. You got scratched by an infected cat.
I
Now
really
you have
did think it
cat
was like an
scratch
STD.
Fever.
I mean, if you get to scratch on your shaft or vulva, then yeah, it could be an STD.
Oh, scratch on the old shaft?
Damn straight.
Scratch and post.
That's right.
Yeah, he got it from like a random neighborhood cat.
Well,
Pervy cat
this is
humor.
what's going down in
6
Florida.
a.m.
And yes, the point here is this woman is being charged. Multiple citations.
I don't like it. I don't like it because I am Angelica, okay?
I know you are.
I'm just out here trying to make sure
We're
these
all
cats are cute.
We're all
But no,
Angelica.
No, I think you're on the up and up because he said like it's fine. You can feed him as long as you're willing to neuter him, and you took
And you did.
took him to the vet and did
Well,
all.
yeah,
you
he
did
was
the whole
already
thing.
neutered.
Right, but I'm
Actually-
saying you probably would have done it had he not. Had
Yeah.
he still had him, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I
Well, but
actually
the-
came home a day early. You've been served.
damn it. Again.
I'm
With
trying, to make,
you.
I'm trying to make a little extra money on the side. I'm just serving cat ladies.
But you know what, Moon? I have like 3 other stray cats that have been coming around, which I am not
Let's
participating
not
in.
admit this.
I'm not participating. Like I shoo them off. There's we got Ghost, who's a white cat who actually has a family, and I don't know why he's at my house.
You've named it.
I have. We have Ghost. We have Clementine, who's the orange tabby, who's super cute. But I'm like, get out of here. And we have another gray cat now. The
You're kidding.
imposter. Yes.
Mr. Gray has a cousin.
Yeah. And they get into it.
Well, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna tell family. Oh, they get into it.
Well,
Mr.
if they
Gray's
commit
very
if they
territorial.
commit any crimes, it's on you.
No, it is not.
It is.
You do not see me participating with these other cats.
What if there's like 12 different Mr. Grays?
They'll just keep swapping
And,
out.
yeah, they're
Like
just-
multiplicity.
Yeah, they're just swapping out. You don't even know that you're taking care of like 12 of
Yeah,
them.
could be.
Like, man, you eat a lot. You've been
He
eating
does
a
eat
lot
His
recently.
Fat ass.
Here's a local story, and I want your guys' opinion on this. So, if you live in St. Louis, you know the flying saucer building, right? You guys know what that
Downtown.
is, right?
Yeah, the pizza place, right?
It's a Starbucks now.
Yeah, it's a Starbucks now, but it was a taco joint.
It was a
was a
Del
Del
Taco.
Taco.
Del Taco, that's right.
Which I had in L.A.
Oh, you did?
I did. Had Del Taco delivered. Gave me the wrong bag.
Great.
Not only there was nothing that I ordered, but was kind of cool. It was like, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, someone just. I wasn't like I was going to fix it in L.A.
Mystery
I was just
dinner?
like, I get a mystery grab bag from Del Taco. I want to try a whole bunch of stuff I've never had before.
And you know what? With Taco Bell or Del Taco or any of these Mexican
Does it really
places,
matter?
It doesn't really matter.
It didn't make a huge difference. I'm going to be honest.
Because what is it? It's just Mexican. It's just everything in just different shapes. Mm-hmm. And textures. That's it. It's all the same flavor.
I was like, oh, fish tacos. Guess I'm having that.
Oh, so fish tacos?
Yeah.
What?
They were good.
That's your
I
line?
mean, it was
Yeah.
fine. Good's a stretch.
I don't know.
It's fine.
Fish at fast food places, to me, is just,
It's fast fish, dude.
Really? You ain't going
I'm
to
uncomfortable.
Long John Silver's?
no.
Get
No,
some-
it makes me uncomfortable.
Get some hush puppies. What's the other one? Captain D's.
Captain D's. So
These
what'd you
nuts.
get?
Oh,
What did you order and what you get?
I actually like Del Taco's burgers. So I ordered a burger and I ordered a couple of tacos and then like a chicken taco. And then I got a fish taco, something I couldn't really figure out what it was. It was like a burger, but it had fries on it, and it was like on a sourdough. I didn't know Del Taco had sourdough. And I was like, I feel like Hardy swung by and threw something in the bag. It's like, Hardy's like, oh, where you going? Hey, Del Taco, we got an extra Frisco melt. You want it? Yeah, I'm taking this guy a wrong order real quick. Throw it in there. We're going to really freak him out. And then there was a couple of undiscernible burritos of sorts.
See, that's what kind of gavones we are.
We'll just
We're
eat
like,
anything.
I ate it.
You know.
Hey, man.
And we'll probably give the DoorDasher 5 stars. And how was your experience? Perfect.
Yeah,
It's fine.
It
I
passed the
didn't,
test.
I didn't call anyone.
No, didn't call anybody. Nothing.
like,
I'm
dude.
hungry. This will do.
Yeah, it was like 1 a.m. in LA in my hotel room, and I'm like, I mean, I felt like if the meal's gonna be consumed in a hotel room bed, you're not even allowed to call.
Oh man, eating in a hotel room on the bed.
Yeah, I did it.
That's always an experience.
Where
Did
else
you
can
have
eat?
2 beds in there? So there was an eat bed and a sleep bed?
Nah.
Damn it.
Where else am I supposed to eat this thing?
I mean,
I stayed
sometimes
at
I'll
this
have a
cool
desk.
hotel, but it didn't have like a lot of. It was weird. It had like a little. Like the room was smaller, and it didn't. You know, you ever get in one of those hotel rooms where you're like, oh man, good thing I don't have a bunch of work to do because there's no like big
Right.
desk area. It was just kind of the bed and like a little bitty shelf along the wall under the TV where you could technically like sit on this little stool and eat if you wanted to like be this far from the wall, staring at the wall.
And I'm gonna take this into bed.
Now, I got a date with Mario Lopez, baby. I need to know what coming attractions are about to drop. So I did. Me and Mario Lopez had dinner, and it was great.
How do you sit? I mean, how do you sit?
I prop up. I'd put the pillows up against the wall, and then I prop. You know, I'm sitting. I don't lay.
Under the covers?
I'm not like laying in bed, lowering it into my head.
Oh no, that's the way I do it.
I don't go full perpendicular to the floor.
No, I go like David Hasselhoff eats a cheeseburger on the floor. I'm sideways.
Whoa.
Yeah.
on a hotel floor, there's nothing nastier. Oh. I don't understand how people go barefoot in a hotel room.
That's right. I have my hotel shoes where I like bring flip flops. I'm just those are my house shoes.
Yeah,
Walking
I just
around.
imagine like they're sticky. Bleh.
Yeah, well.
Then you get it in bed, and then now that the gross is in the bed.
Yuck.
Back to the flying saucer, which is now a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Was it Del Taco? Now Starbucks. It's a building right by SLU. So
It's a Chipotle, too,
It's
right?
Grand,
Isn't
right?
it a split?
is it a Chipotle?
I think
Is it a split?
I think it's a split. It's right on Grand. It's like going into SLU campus.
Yeah, Grand and Forest Parkway.
I believe it's a split residence.
I mean, you got a Starbucks and a Chipotle right by SLU.
What else do you
That
need?
is a diarrhea station.
What else do you need?
Yeah, it's the diarrhea spaceship.
Even you got that great food hall right there. And this is where you're going?
Yeah.
Chipotle sucks.
You and your hate of Chipotle, your Chipotle hate. Come on, man.
It does suck. Come on,
Type
let's admit it.
burritos.
Let's all
It's
admit it.
fine.
Where'd Chipotle touch you?
Yeah, on the
In my
burrito, show
wallet.
us.
That's where it touched me, in my wallet.
You get so much.
Okay.
You get so much food.
Yet so little.
And they have like vegetarian meat options, which
You know
I
what it is?
appreciate.
Chipotle is one step down from throwing everything in a trough.
Fine. We're Americans, dude. What do you want? We have sadness bowls in this
Del
country.
Taco had Impossible.
That's great.
Tacos,
Oh,
which
great.
was nice. You would love it. You
So
wouldn't
might as
get
well just
that.
put everything in a trough and just like, slop for a pig. Oink, oink. Let's go. Anyway. So there is some incredible security footage showing the moment a Starbucks employee physically fought off 2 robbers inside that location. So the incident went down on Sunday afternoon, which is wild. So Michael Harris was working the drive-thru window when 2 men walked in, immediately escalating the situation. One of the suspects shoved a female employee to the ground, while the other demanded cash and pistol whipped Michael across the face. And Michael's like, at that point, my vision went black.
Nice.
I was like, I'm about to get shot here. A customer waiting in the drive-thru actually witnessed the chaos through the window and threw the car in reverse and tried to escape what felt like a life or death scenario. Thanks for helping out, buddy.
Yeah, there's 2 kinds of people. There's Michael and whoever the hell that driver was.
Thanks for helping out, buddy.
Oh.
So
The spaceship is a Chipotle and a Starbucks, and in the same lot is a Snarf's.
I've never had Snarfs.
Snarf's is great. I keep forgetting to talk about them when we're talking about the Quiznos versus Good Sense versus Penn
Yeah.
Station. Snarf's is great.
Is it
Yeah, it's
Snarfs
their
and-
league of their own. They don't count. in
What you
that.
mean?
They're not in that same.
They're not in the sub-sandwich category?
They are. I just don't feel like they're in the
Are they a
ones you're
local
saying.
joint?
Yeah.
No.
Snarfs
Oh.
is.
I thought
Snarf's is everywhere.
Oh, is it?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
thought it
I was
just-
finding them on like college campuses across the country. I don't know where it started.
Great name.
Yes.
Great name. Anyway, the tide turned when another barista noticed the suspect lower his weapon. He lunged at the robber, wrestled the gun away, and realized something pretty crucial. The gun was fake. The trigger had actually snapped off when Michael was hit in the face with it.
Good.
So once the employees realized they weren't staring down the barrel of a loaded gun, they fought back successfully, subduing the suspects until police arrived. But both robbers were arrested and are currently serving time in prison. Now you'd think they would be all hailed as heroes. Nope. Shortly after the incident, Michael got a blunt call from corporate. This is Starbucks. We are terminating you, effective immediately.
What?
Huh.
Okay, for protecting his fellow coworker?
Yep, I guess you're supposed to just lie down and let it happen.
That is ridiculous.
It happened to my buddy in high school, and he was a black belt in karate.
Yeah.
And, so a perfect guy to chase after a robber at Office Max. And he got fired. He was
For doing that, for fighting back?
Yeah, for chasing and tackling the guy.
Did he run out of the store to get him?
I think he kicked his ass in the parking lot.
Okay, so he's outside the store.
Yeah, but he got fired regardless because they had a no. It's not even a no chase policy. It's a no.
Stand your ground.
No participate.
I guess this is the same thing.
It's a let it happen policy.
I get where they want to implement that so in the event that an employee gets killed defending the Starbucks, they can't be liable maybe because that's in the writing. But when your coworker is especially it's a woman. And you're a man. It's like, what are you? You're just going to let her fend for herself? No,
after you're pistol whipped,
right?
Well, I think they have to have something policy. Let's say you own Office Max, and somebody comes in and steals some printers and some staples.
Yeah.
Max, they're going to get out of there with $1,000. But now my employee, black belt Timmy over here, jumps the counter, kicks this guy's ass, and he sues me. Even the litigation is going to cost me more than the staples.
Maybe you don't want to escalate the situation, and now you got guns being shot. And
oh, I'm sure that too.
You know what? This is how much we have changed. Remember in Coming to America when Eddie Murphy's character Akeem beats the hell out of Samuel L. Jackson because he's trying to hold up the place?
Yeah.
And then the owner, McDowell, he invites him to come be a bartender at his cool party.
Yeah.
We have changed so much since 1980s.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
What happened to McDowell's?
They got the golden arches.
So-
We got the golden arch.
Michael has hired an attorney to fight the termination, and the attorney's like, listen, you have the right to self-preservation. And there is a strict corporate policy against fighting back. And he's like, all it's going to do is dissuade people potentially from protecting their own lives when they may need it the most.
Corporate America is soft. And the litigation is heavy. And that's where we're all... Like, can you imagine? Like, today, we're going to be out in the parking lot. Some a-hole shows up, tries to roundhouse somebody on this show. I'm going in, dude.
Yeah, I'm fired.
I'm building it into my contract if I resign. Like, I'm allowed.
Oh, you didn't get it this time?
No, I didn't get this time. Did you?
Oh, I got the roundhouse clause.
I knew you did.
I don't know what the policy is on fighting back on, in Hubbard.
This is a dry campus, no drugs allowed. But I don't think there is a policy on beating the hell out of somebody if they try to beat up somebody.
I think you go full roadhouse.
Yeah.
You know?
All this talk on the day we're going to be out in the parking lot.
Right. You know how many people we've told via
Come
email
down
to
and
meet us in
fight.
the parking lot?
Come down and fight Rafe.
Let's meet us in the parking
Hey,
lot.
dude, I got a list. Come on
Meet
down.
me down in the parking lot. Let's go.
Hey,
8
form
o'clock,
a line.
8 to 10.
Yeah.
Form a line, and I'll donate.
Bring a can.
Some guy is
Bring
going to
some
be
canned
like,
goods or get your ass
goods.
kicked.
hey, learn, I brought soup cans just like your turds. What?
I'll donate.
What'd you say to me?
Which is very nice.
It's
That's
so nice. Bring those. And I
I'll
need to
donate
have you
a
say this in my
pallet
face.
of high quality Campbell's.
Tomato soup. Nothing but the best.
Oh, no. I'm talking chunky chicken for every person who's pissed me off. Just come down and form a line today. Let's do it for charity.
Yeah.
What? That's not. I
You
want
said
to
that.
go outside.
I want
Oh, I don't know.
We're having a nice day.
It's called Yes Ending. I'm just
I wanna
ending
go
your
outside.
idea.
We want to.
So when we run the tape back, this was Rizz's idea.
Yeah.
I believe his words were, come down to the station and fight Rafe today. And I'm doing it for charity.
All right, if it's for the kids.
It's
For
for
the kids,
kids,
man.
Riz
It's for the kids.
It's no
That's
different
fine.
than the danglers.
That's fine.
And that turned out good.
That's fine. This is a video that's been making the rounds this week that has really got people riled up. So Moon, as a girl dad,
Yes.
I am a girl dad.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in situations, I'm sure, where we're taking a road trip and our daughters need to use the restroom. So what do you do? I mean, where do you go? You going to the ladies' room? You going to the men's room? What are we doing?
How old?
Let's say 4 or 5.
Oh, men's room.
4 or 5 years old. But what if somebody's in the men's room?
Oh, okay, but I mean,
And what if somebody's in the men's room and nobody's in the ladies' room?
well, I'll say my daughters at 5 were independent enough to go into their own bathroom, and I wait outside. But 3 years old, 4 years old, obviously using the toilet by that point and all that. You just walk into the men's room and you kind of strategically go straight to a stall and close them in, have them do their thing, and then help them wash their hands and walk out.
Well, this is the thing that's making the rounds this week. So an Oklahoma dad has found himself at the center of a pretty massive internet conversation after a video of him being harassed for taking his young daughters into a gas station restroom racked up over 23 million views on TikTok. So the guy's name is Tyler. He was on a road trip from Florida back to Oklahoma when he pulled over at a Quick Trip in Alabama for a routine bathroom break. Now, because he was traveling alone with his young daughters, and these, how old would you say these girls are? I mean, young.
Younger, yeah.
Young. I think even less than 5 years old.
Yeah, needing assistance.
So because he was traveling alone, he took them into the women's restroom. But while they were in the stalls, an angry dude storms in screaming and demanding that Tyler leave. And sensing trouble, Tyler pulled out his phone to document the encounter for his family's safety. In the video, this dude, he's irate. He's blocking the doorway while aggressively calling the police on Tyler. And through it all, the dad just stayed incredibly calm. Didn't yell back. Was almost like Zen.
Yeah. Yeah, just focused on his kids.
Focusing entirely on comforting his daughters. One was crying because this guy was so irate. And he's shouting. It kept escalating. He kept yelling. The dad's like, I'm with the girls, and they're already scared, so I didn't want to escalate the matter any further. I wanted to be there for them and let them know that nothing's going to happen. Here's what it sounded like. This is the dad being confronted.
I'm standing in the doorway of the ladies' bathroom. Okay? My wife, there is a man with his 2 little girls using the women's bathroom. Wash your hands, baby.
Now the dad's at the sink with one of the daughters washing her hands. And this guy's standing in the doorway.
He's washing his hands with his daughters right now. He is leaving it. All right, baby. She is waiting to use the restroom with her mother, who is very ill and who is on oxygen.
It's okay.
So I guess this guy's wife and mother-in-law needed to use the bathroom, and this guy was just finishing up.
Did he say something about her being on oxygen?
The mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law. Okay, so there's a need going on there, like a person that maybe needs extra help. But the way he is approaching this dad is just completely wrong.
So weird.
Yeah.
I don't think that her need plays into this.
I just don't understand why people are in anybody's business. It just makes no sense. And people are coming after me. These 2 or 3 texters are saying, there's too many creeps, too many things that little girls don't need to see in a men's room. You always take them to the women's room. First of all, I don't even know where to start. I don't think just because people are men or there's a men's room that creepy things are always happening with every man. I've never seen
Stinky.
I've never seen any creepy things happen in the bathroom.
That's the thing you're really exposing them to.
I hate to throw
disgustingness of it.
Yeah, I hate to throw water on the fire of like all men are creeps and or half the planet is creepy men, but like.
Well, and also you're probably thinking of girls that may be in the ladies' room, and then you walk in.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like
I don't want to
make anyone uncomfortable.
I don't want to make anybody
presence.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And my daughters are they're not looking around thinking like you're thinking like, oh my God, I'm in the men's room. We're talking about a 3-year-old girl here. I'm probably carrying her at this point.
Right. And blocking her from anything she could see.
Yeah,
if
there's
somebody's
nothing she's going to see. And I'm not and she's not roaming around freely in there. Like I'm taking her to the stall. I'm saying, you okay?
you
And then I
think?
close the door, I stand outside the stall, and then I help her wash her hands. We walk out. There's no creeps involved. I just don't understand.
Well, and also maybe that would be, I think you're thinking about your
creep.
presence because your babies are in a stall and you're outside of the stall and you're waiting.
Yeah,
and so what if
I'm
the
in the
little girl
bathroom.
walked into the ladies' room and saw like a man standing there?
In this
Maybe
particular
she would be
situation,
weirded out.
and the dad's like, he checked to see if nobody was in the women's room.
Right.
And it was empty. And so this guy's yelling. A quick-thinking, quick-trip employee tried to defuse the situation. She came in. She tried to shield the family from this guy.
Right.
She pulled paper towels for the girls and literally shutting the door in this angry guy's face. And the quick-trip employee's apologizing. So the police get there. The police get there, and what happens?
Everybody's not allowed in the bathrooms anymore.
What does the police do in this
Tases
situation?
everybody for good measure.
Yep.
Yep,
The
tase
kids
the
are in
girls.
jail now.
We're gonna have to tase everybody.
Kids too. There's no way to know who's right and wrong in this scenario. Yeah, Grandma, you can leave your oxygen on.
Yep, everybody gets tased.
So details again. So a guy is walking his wife, mother-in-law, and daughter.
No. So, guy on a road trip with his two daughters, alone, brings the daughters to the women's room at the Quick Trip, the empty women's room.
Empty women's room.
Okay. Random other guy who I guess is traveling with his wife and mother-in-law.
Sees this guy go into the women's room.
Yes.
And
Gets
wants to
very-
raise a stink.
Yes.
Gets in somebody else's business
Yes.
and wastes emergency dispatch time.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Especially, I think it even raises the fact that it's a gas station and a Quick Trip, which we all know is run
Is the
like
best.
the U.S. Marine Corps. There's this isn't like this was a random rest stop where there was no one around and this guy's lurking in the bathroom. Like you're in a gas. I've been to a gas station where they're cleaning the men's room and I've gone in the women's.
Well,
Some bathrooms are single stall anyway. A lot of them. So it's like. This is main character syndrome, straight up. Everyone's got it. I've never seen it. I mean, it was terrible when I went. The plane, when we landed last night, perfect example. Bunch of people, we landed late, ton of connecting flights. Not a single person cared. Everyone stood up and ran to the front of the plane.
oh, God.
And people that were like, St. Louis was their final destination. I was like, these people are trying to get to New York. They're literally like, we're holding the plane to LaGuardia.
Yeah.
And people didn't. You know what I mean? Like, we just live in that world now. This dude just was mad that they couldn't use the bathroom the second he wanted to use it.
Well, maybe the wife had diarrhea.
So what? Maybe the little girls had diarrhea. So what?
Well, here's what the cop said. The cop said, we're backing the dad. Police finally
Nice.
arrived, completely backed the dad. Officer told the complaining customer that that a father helping his kids use the restroom is not a police matter. You dick.
Yeah.
A texter.
And then promptly ordered the guy off the property.
Yeah. A texter said, this is a simple case of another self-righteous moron looking for any reason to fire his virtue signal flare for all to see.
Well, and you know what wound up happening? The
What?
video went viral, and the dude got fired from his job.
The man with not the kids, the other guy.
The complaining guy.
Fired from his job.
Yep.
What does he do? Does it say?
Yeah, TMZ had a whole thing on it.
Oh, no, really?
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because, I mean, this guy is a complete douche and
Yeah, but he's not working.
right.
Yeah, but
I'm
Like
you
the
are-
not sure
Starbucks
what
guy
this has
gets
to do.
fired defending his coworker on site, and then it gets fired. And then this guy
Yeah.
isn't at work and he's having a personal matter where he's being an a-hole.
Gets fired.
Gets fired.
What if he's the best IT guy or
I have a feeling.
whatever
I
that
have a
is?
feeling he's not.
Okay.
I have a feeling they may have backed him more if he was a great.
So it's just like
employer.
any
Okay.
reason for firing.
Or listen, it also goes to the. You're always you may be off the clock, but you're always representing your company. If this has gone viral,
Yeah.
I mean, yes and no.
What is he like a public figure though? Like what?
Even viral is 90 seconds. Nobody cares about anything after a day.
Yeah, we're not going to know. We're not going to know about this in a week.
I'm not all about, and you are too, Rizz. You're not all about people going after people's jobs.
no, I don't like that. I don't like that. The Mississippi man who called police on the father trying to help his young girls in a woman's gas station restroom has gone viral. Just cost him his realtor gig. A rep with his real estate agency tells TMZ the man was an independent contractor and licensed realtor on a trip not affiliated with the company. And since the bathroom video made national headlines, the company decided to no longer use the services.
He
Because,
was on
quote,
a trip?
their values don't align.
Wait, he was on a
He
work
was
trip?
not on a work trip.
Oh. Yeah.
Tyler Brodsky was shocked when his video went viral, recording the confrontation with the pissed-off man at the Alabama Quick Trip gas station because his wife needed to use the women's room, but Tyler was in there trying to help his young girls. The man even called the cops, which resulted in nothing.
Are we dealing with this because our social norms in society are now, we're at the...
gray area?
Well, it's like if it's not filmed, nobody's going to believe you. Like, everybody needs proof now for things. And instead of just having like it's like our swamp justice argument. Like, we used to be able to bar fight and deal with, we used to be able to deal with like a problem.
You still can.
But now it's like litigation and it's on film and now I'm suing. It's like, if Kurt Russell was making movies today, they would suck because it was like bar fighting movies. Or if Patrick Swayze was still around, it would suck. Like, you can't make Roadhouse today because that's not how things go.
They just remade Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And
it's okay.
It's listen, it's beside the point. All right.
It came out last year.
All right. Jake Gyllenhaal. I know. I'm just saying, like, the phone is like our ethical spectrum now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or if it's on film, now we have all these judgments, or you hear about it, like, where, I don't know.
Yeah, both of these stories are a byproduct of an over-litigious society where that's the first thing on every corporation's mind.
Yes.
It is not human personnel. Human personnel is just below what was our ink pin budget last year.
Well, a man is inconvenienced and calls the cops and yells at father.
Which sucks.
Of two.
But does he deserve to lose his livelihood for being an a-hole? There's lots of a-holes.
Do all of them deserve to,
But there are times when I do deem that it's appropriate. It's just hard.
No, and the company's trying to cover their ass, too. I mean,
but that's the whole thing. The Starbucks thing is the company covering its ass. This is the company covering its ass. It's all corporations covering their ass from litigation or a black eye publicly or anything that would hurt the shareholders' investments.
Well, because 25 million people saw this guy, people look him up. Who does he work for?
Sure.
Now we're going to go after the company. You hire such an a-hole. It's a slippery slope, guys.
But
we're here.
I don't know. There's also the argument of like, it doesn't seem like anyone learns from this either. That's what's crazy to me. Is like,
what lessons were learned here?
Well, I'm saying like even in general, the public does not learn that like, oh, hey, your behavior. The internet has created a consequence-free zone for people to do whatever they want and not be. And I think sometimes people forget when they go out in public that now there may be consequences attached. It's so easy to go online and anonymously and troll and leave horrible comments. I mean, the internet's a cesspool. And I think sometimes people get out in the real world and they're still got their internet personality on. And now there's consequences for that. And to some degree, there's just a little part of me that's like, yeah, man, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Like, you were an a-hole, you made a big scene, it didn't go the way you wanted. Now instead of ruining these traumatizing these little girls, you traumatize yourself.
Now you got to lie on the bed you made.
Can I say this too?
I feel bad. I feel so bad. I'm sorry. I feel so bad that little girls crying.
I know.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on. Also, the bathroom argument. Like, between all of the bathroom topics that have been in the last 10 years, we should just be having single stall bathrooms that are unisex for everybody. Because also we don't want to poop in front of each other. That's something that society's been like, I don't want to, we're all excited. The urinal argument, like, nobody wants to see that. Like, we need to just have unisex bathrooms where all of us can have our own place. We can do whatever needs to happen.
Let's do the Ally McBeal. Remember the show Ally McBeal?
Yes.
That was just everybody go to the bathroom.
And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about actual individual places. So you don't have the people that are going to freak out and clutch their pearls about that. And also, why do we have communal bathrooms at all for women or men or anyone? Like, I'm in there to do something that I don't want to do in front of anybody else. So invest the money in having a unisex, single-stall bathrooms, multiples of them, and
Just
do better,
rooms?
America. Yeah. Like how we have here, the jock bathroom, which is unisex, where you can go in there, you can do your deed, nobody's around, nobody's bitching about anything, you can change your baby in there, have diarrhea.
We bitch about people having diarrhea in there all the time.
You're literally not allowed to poop in there. You hung a sign up that said no pooping.
Okay, well, that's a bad example of the poop argument.
Listen,
this time.
We shouldn't be arguing, guys.
You hung a sign up with Jake Gyllenhaal's Roadhouse character that said no pooping in that bathroom.
Or else be roundhoused.
Like, honestly, people that have the communal bathrooms in 2026, you're just asking for trouble these days, so... Let's get to it, America. Start building more jobs, too. We can get people to build those bathrooms.
Let's not argue
about
stuff because the summer solstice is happening on Sunday.
Can I say one thing?
Please.
While we're talking, because we talk about this on the show a lot. and it's in this vein of public behavior and consequences. I finally, for the first time on my Southwest flight out, King Scott and I were on the same flight, which was fun. Got to the airport. He told Allie he had a surprise for her for their last trip together before the baby comes. And then I showed up at the airport. And for 5 minutes, we pretended like I was going with them. And she was like, oh, that's great.
Oh, really? Did she really think that?
I'm not sure. She goes, wait, you're the surprise? He kept telling me there was a surprise at the airport. And I go, were you expecting like flowers? And she's like, I wasn't expecting you, that's for sure. And I was just like, well, you guys are doing me a solid. Like, I had to come out to L.A. I couldn't find a hotel. For a second, I think she thought I was staying at Santa Monica at their sister's house with them. But we got on a flight, and there was a very drunk guy. And I finally saw the flight attendants doing, like, hand signals. I saw, you know how we talked about the story where when they say hello to you coming on the plane?
That's them checking you out.
This guy was hammered. But he wasn't being a problem, but he could have been.
He came on and they did that.
Was he swaying?
He was just like, he reeked, dude. He put his bag on I was already sitting down. He put his bag up. Like, as soon as he got within 5 feet of me, it just reeked of booze.
Oh.
I mean,
like last night's booze.
This was like a guy in a St. Louis Blues hat. This guy was St. Louis.
What time was your flight?
We flew out at like 9:30 at night. So it was like 9:30 p.m. So that guy was probably in the airport just getting it all day. And I finally saw like a male flight attendant like made some kind of gesture to the female flight attendant in the back and then pointed at him and was like rubbing his temple. And then did something with his chin and rubbed his temple again.
Oh, that means he's going to steal third base.
Yeah, and I go, is this guy hit and run on with this guy? And I could kind of hear him laugh. Like, he sat down and just, like, immediately was, like, laying up against the thing. But I could hear the flight attendant tell the other one, and he goes, she said something, and he goes, girl, it's been too long of a day. Let's just get this out.
No.
Where it was, they probably would have removed him, but they were like, dude, this is our last flight. If
let's not make this a thing.
Let's just go. And I was kind of like, honestly, I respect that because I was going to be pissed if we were already.
Because that'll delay the flight.
We were already delayed, too, on the way out, just by like 20 minutes. And I'm like, let's not make this any longer than it needs to be. And he was good. The guy was hammered. He almost hit me in the face with his his bag when he pulled it out of the overhead bin. But
probably fell asleep.
He slept the whole flight.
Right.
Yeah. So he was.
That's funny.
But I just finally saw it. We've talked about it on the show so many times. I finally saw it in the wild, like the old, get in the heater, Ricky. She called to the bullpen to get this guy off the plane. So they are watching, and they are signaling. Wasn't sure if that was just urban legend, but it's happening.
Yeah. Well, listen, the summer solstice is happening on Sunday.
Ah, yes.
Sunday at 3:24 a.m. St. Louis time. So the moment marks the official start of astronomical summer for us in the Northern Hemisphere. Our longest day, shortest night of the whole year. Meanwhile, if you live south of the equator in the Southern Hemisphere, you're hitting the winter solstice and bracing for the shortest day of the year. So here's a quick look at the science behind it. So it all comes down to our giant cosmic lean. Our planet doesn't sit perfectly upright. It rotates, on its axis at a permanent 23.5 degree tilt. We all know that.
Of course.
Duh.
And during the summer solstice, Earth's northernmost tip is tilted at its absolute closest towards the sun. Because we're leaning directly into the sunlight, we get a massive dose of daylight. And in some extreme northern places, like up in Alaska, the sun won't even set at all. I mean, they've already entered months of endless daylight. Have you ever been to a place where the sun never sets?
Yeah. I was in Alaska. The first time I was in Alaska, it was winter. It was like February, and brother, it was dark the whole time. It was just nighttime. And then we were there. It was like the beginning of the summer. I would say probably June or so. So it wasn't like full-blown summer solstice, but we were getting there. It was like late May or June. And I think the sun went down. I remember we came out of the after-party bar at like 4 or 5 a.m., and it was light outside. It threw you off so bad. And that's why, all the.
Well, now they're entering a period where the sun never goes down.
Oh, then it was reversed. Then my timing is reversed. Either way, all the hotels had blackout shades.
That's crazy.
And that's why, because it was so hard to gauge. I remember coming out and just being like, "Whoa, man, what time is it?" Like, oh, it's 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or something. Let's go to the next place. And you could see the sun kind of on the horizon, but I mean, the sky was bright.
Did it feel kind of claustrophobic? Does that make sense? Like, did you feel weird?
The dark one did. When we were there in the winter, it felt just because there's snow and ice everywhere.
Yeah.
But man, you know how they handle it? They just drink.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah, well,
it was so much drinking that I remember the gal at breakfast brought us, and we were all hurting from the night before. The gal at breakfast was like, "Hey guys, brought you shots," and I was like,
great.
"Shots?" I thought we were going snow machining to a glacier. I mean, don't we have to be kind of up? And they're like, "These shots will make you feel better."
Yeah.
Good.
Like, God, dude, this is how you deal with it, I
Alcoholism
guess.
is a thing in Alaska.
Yeah.
And that's why.
very bad.
Because I don't care if it's summer or winter. It is a very weird non-circadian rhythm thing.
Well, this is where, during the summer solstice, people flock to Stonehenge,
Yes, I've always wanted to
the
go.
ultimate solstice hotspot.
Have you been to Stonehenge, Moon?
No.
Oh, man.
Every year, thousands of pagans and the Druids and tourists gather to watch the sun rise perfectly between the ancient stone pillars.
Yes.
Stonehenge a new sponsor or something, man?
Sponsored by Stonehenge.
Sponsored by Stonehenge, the ultimate summer solstice hotspot.
Somebody on the texter said they played summer ball in Alaska, and it was at worst like dusk the entire day. They played baseball 24 hours a day. It was crazy. Blackout boards for the windows to sleep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what we're supposed to do here in St. Louis is buttholes to the sky.
Yes, at 3:45?
No, we'll wait till the sun comes up and get the ultimate. Yeah.
Did you say it's dark all day right now in Alaska?
No, it's light all day.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you.
No, it's light all day.
Said
The
something
sun
else.
doesn't go down.
When do I
Right.
put my butthole skyward?
At
Yes.
sun up.
Today?
Which will
Tomorrow?
be-
Sunday.
Sunday. Just want to put it in my Google Calendar.
Yeah. We're all supposed to sun our beeholes.
Black hole, sun.
Yeah.
Brown holes.
Black sun, hole.
So yes, happy summer, guys. It's coming.
I got skylights.
A bit of food news, and I want your guys' guesses on this. For more than a decade, Chick-fil-A ruled the fast food world when it came to customer satisfaction. But guys, this year there's a new champ.
Oh yeah.
According to
Who could
the
that be?
American Customer Satisfaction Index,
Give us a guess.
Chick-fil-A has been edged out by, and this is all quick service restaurants. These are all like your fast foods.
Okay, I was going to say quick service restaurants. What are we not saying
your
fast food
foods.
anymore?
Your fast
We're
foods.
being PC.
Well, it is it's a category. So there's casual dining. There's quick service. So this is your fast food places. What has overtaken Chick-fil-A?
Oh, man.
And I'm telling you,
I want it to be Cane's just so I can do the Triple H suck it move to all of you
Raising
right now.
Cane's is 9th.
Oh, okay, never mind. I am sucking it myself.
So Chick-fil-A is second. This is customer satisfaction. Now, customers are this is reliability, food quality, overall value. See if you can name some places. I'll tell you if
Burger King.
on the list. Burger King is number 12.
Oh,
Jimmy John's.
I have the top 15. Jimmy John's is third.
third.
Is this more of a newcomer?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, he's working it out over there.
Crazy Bowls and Wraps. That's regional. Never
Nope.
mind.
Oh, that's
See
a
the
no.
gears turn.
I love that place.
That's a no.
Pizza places are thrown in here too.
Oh, my goodness. Well, let's see Domino's.
Domino's is 8th. I will tell you, McDonald's did not make the top 15.
Even with the fried apple pie
surprised.
coming back? Come
McDonald's did not make the top 15.
I'm not surprised by that.
on.
So,
Wendy's.
Wendy's did not make the top 15.
Really?
No, it's going to be. Man, if Chick-fil-A's.
Chick-fil-A's number 2.
Popeyes.
Popeyes. No.
Too many
I
gunshot wounds.
don't think they try to
Popeyes.
compete. To be honest, yeah, I think there's
Love
one.
that
I think there's
chicken at
one
Popeyes.
location dragging them
Popeyes
all the
made
way
the top
down.
5 when it came to top 5 chicken spots.
I'm sorry, can you just say this again? This is fast food.
This
best?
is
No.
the highest rated quick service
dining.
restaurant.
Service.
Oh, I know what it is.
Good.
I know what it is. It's I was just there. It's a sub place. It's
Firehouse subs?
no, the other one.
eating.
The other one that's newer.
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's is number one.
I knew it. I knew
What?
it. My daughter.
How?
Dude,
Jersey Mike's is
because
number
all
one.
all the young people love Jersey Mike's.
You
My
know what
daughter
it
was
is?
like, yo.
It's Danny DeVito, dude.
Jersey
Right.
Mike's was rated well for its fresh ingredients, menu variety, and customer experience.
Oh, DeVito
And they just
bomb.
added 200 new locations.
Yeah, they're super hot right now. They're doing great marketing. Everybody loves it. Everybody's talking about it. They're kind of the Firehouse of about 5 years ago. Firehouse was in this boat, I think, 5 years ago.
Panda Express was 4th, KFC 5th, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Starbucks 10th, Subway 11th, Culver's 13th, Dunkin' 14th, and Little Caesars 15th.
My kids like Culver's too. And I'll tell you, man, KFC.
My daughter loves Culver's too all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
It's those butter buns,
My
dude.
son loves it. I don't know what they did, but they have endeared themselves to the Utes.
Yeah, what did they do? What did they do?
I don't know, but dude, I'm telling you, I thought KFC was dead and gone. I thought they were written off about 10 or 15 years ago, and they have just steady come back. And I wouldn't
Colonel
even say
don't play, dude.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say they crawled back. They have just been steady, getting back in the top fives of every one of these surveys.
Yeah, I mean, and McDonald's didn't even make the top 15.
Ronald is really
Yes.
needing to keep up.
Top 5 burger spots: Burger King, Culver's, Sonic, Wendy's, Five Guys. Top 5 chicken spots: Chick-fil-A, KFC, Raising Cane's, Wingstop, and Popeyes.
Wingstop on up.
I
Top-
would like
Yep.
to announce. I wasn't sure if I wanted to say this live on the radio.
Okay.
Here we go. Everybody sit down.
I went to the new Target down here on Olivet, and across the street there was a Raising Cane's. I just didn't want to mess with it. I just needed something to eat.
Are
Right.
you on board with a?
No, let him finish.
Okay.
So I went over to Raising Cane's in Olivet, and I went through and I got a Caniac meal, if you will. I'm a Caniac on the floor.
What's the Caniac meal? Is that like
It's
three
the
strips?
best. It's like everything they have. They just throw it in a
Three
big
strips,
basket.
soggy toast, and coleslaw.
Shut your
and
mouth when you're
I said,
talking
can I
about
get an
toast."
extra piece of soggy toast?
That's Texas toast to you.
And I don't
okay?
know if perhaps I added enough Texas toast that it served like a box of baking soda to soak up all the steam and the
think that's what it
styrofoam.
does.
Okay.
I think the bread is not for eating.
Are you kidding
I
me?
think that-
It is perfectly buttered.
I don't know. About
It's
that.
great. I love the bread.
You guys are a bunch of bread Nazis on this show. I'm
me
gonna
a-
just say it.
Are you supposed to eat the bread? Or is
Hell
it
yeah,
to
you're
suck
spo-
up
I
the
ate the
grease?
bread.
It's coleslaw, Texas toast, please, and crinkle cut fries.
Listen, I'm willing to admit that this specific meal from Raising Cane's wasn't bad.
Okay.
How hungry were you?
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know.
When was the last time you had eaten? 12 hours.
When was your meal? When did
I
you
think
eat
I was on
prior?
the end of a 72-hour fast. I'd been fasting for 3 days.
It's so underseasoned, and
This specific one, and I don't know if it's because I ordered the extra garlic bread to soak up the right amount of steam so that it didn't turn into a wet sponge and the raw chicken didn't shoot out the other end. But I had it. I got some cane sauce, and I was sitting in my house eating it, and I thought of Learn. I go,
This is the ultimate.
am I prepared to admit this on the radio that I didn't have a horrible experience at
I
Raising
appreciate
Cane's?
your honesty. And
I mean, it
your
doesn't
vulnerability.
It's not touching Lee's by a long shot, but it is. I think maybe I was going to the wrong one. I was going to a specific Cane's in the
Lee's
city.
blows it out of the water. If you have a Lee's by you and yet you're still going to yet you're still going to Raising Cane's, what the hell's wrong with
But I
it?
just want to say I've given you a lot of trash. I've talked a lot of trash about Cane's, and this was
Garbage.
It wasn't garbage. It was at least something roadside garbage. It wasn't in the trash can. So
Somebody checking in 636. If I make a donation today, can I fight Rizz for his Cane's hate? Yes, I will accept. Market confirmed.
Yeah, man, a can of swing.
And the reason I thought of them is I thought they might edge out because they are I'm like, man, they do one thing, dude. Like the service there, people have to be happy
Slippery
because you're
chicken.
just like kind of chicken.
Slippery chicken
it
and
is.
smiles.
Slippery chicken.
Your only decision is
the
how
breading-
much slippery chicken you want.
the
Exactly.
breading slides off.
Hey,
Welcome to Cane's. How much?
You want 3, 6, 9, or
Slip it
12
into
slippery
my
chickens?
Welcome to Cane's. How many?
We'll give you a gallon of lemonade if you answer in 10 seconds or less.
Oh, yeah, the lemonade's good.
Your pleasure.
I love it. And it's not because I was a former endorser on Keishi for Raising Cane's. I'm going to be transparent. The truth comes out.
Okay.
For many years,
Former
Todd
endorser?
Graves picked me, and I wish you'd pick me again because the amount of simping that I'm doing on this show is honestly worth millions.
And by the way, thanks to Lee's Famous Chicken for sponsoring our food drive outside.
Today. That's true.
Far superior.
Well, hopefully we have chickens in our mouth later.
They still
right?
got the hot honey, even though it's not on the menu.
No, I think Donut Drive-In's coming. Donut Drive-In.
Oh, Donut Drive-In?
I think we got donuts.
And then we also have Pescetti's, right?
Pescetti's
Oh, Pescetti's is coming
today,
later?
baby.
And you've not had Pescetti's
Never.
from what I
Oh, we got some
understand.
donut drive-in coming.
Yeah.
I'm going to bong so many
That's
donuts
old
in the
Kevy
parking lot later.
McKernan. That's Tim's little brother. It's my boy. Bring it up. Kev, you know what I like.
Oh, hey, while you were gone, I struck a deal with the Emos company.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get an Emos tattoo for free Emos for life.
They brought pizza.
Is that real?
Yeah.
I mean-
They brought pizzas here the other day.
Listen,
I just met that guy.
listen, so says this sign.
Look at that.
Go ahead and schedule that tattoo appointment after I
Get your card for
And that's
free
from the
Emos for a
director of
year.
marketing
Put the deal out
from
there, yeah.
Emos.
That's how I know it's written in Sharpie.
I didn't say free for a year. I said free for life.
Oh, free for life. Excuse me.
Free for life.
Yeah, they
That
better give you a
tattoo's for
card.
One of the limitations.
Well, until
And
the
if-
tattoo wears off.
Yeah, free tattoo. Free Emos for life for Moon and a friend.
Well, guess what? If we're doing that, then
Don't
Larry
push it.
Flint's Hustler Club, listen up.
For life.
Willing to get a beaver tattoo.
For lap dances for life.
Lap
Yeah.
dances for life.
Strange Donuts. I'll get a donut tattoo for free donuts for life. Let's go.
You know, there was a place in Florida called Sonny's Barbecue that offered this
Yeah.
to a whole bunch of bands. One of the guys in Under Oath, I believe, and maybe one of the guys in Amber
Did you swear to that?
They all, a couple of them got it. Got the Sonny's bird on their arm. And Sonny was like, hey, we're not going to do this. You can't do this.
Too many people.
It was too many people. And they're like, we can't be giving out barbecue for life, man. You know, that was kind of a thing we said because we thought that nobody would do
That
it.
happened at Domino's in Russia. They had this promotion where, hey, if you get a tattoo of, the Domino's logo, free pizza. And
My
too many
husband.
people did it. And they're
Really?
like,
Yeah. That's,
Nope.
that's what happened to Sonny's. Some of those guys still got Sonny's barbecue thing.
well, how would you like to do that and then get, the place shuts down?
Well, you know what? Listen, I did the Lion's Choice thing just for funsies, for my
That's
fandom.
a cool
Well,
lion,
no,
though.
Emos is not going anywhere.
It's not a lion. I didn't get the lion. I got the Lion's Choice logo off the bag, off the fry bag.
Isn't it a lion?
No, dog. It's literally their sign.
Who's the guy I met at John Lewis?
Really? I haven't seen it. I thought you had
You've
a
never
lion on
seen
you.
it? No, man. I went all in.
one of
I'm
the
a
emos
real
at-
fan.
At John's thing.
Right?
Yeah, we had the U-Man special. He's good friends with Mark Emo. That's how we talked about this earlier. One of his best friends is Mark Emo from
Just
the
met
Emo's Dynasty.
Mark Emo, and you horned in on this when I'm out of town?
Horned in.
You did well.
How dare
we
you.
did
I'm
talk
just
about
mad when
this.
anyone gets
you
free
eat
food
each
for
other?
life.
You always try to take everything
I
from
grew
me.
up poor.
All right, guys, let's take it outside at 8 o'clock.
What else do you want? You want my
How many,
clothes?
how many fast
You
food
like the
tattoos do you
sweatshirt?
get?
Yeah.
You like the sweatshirt? You want to take that off my back too? No, I want the little Italian guy holding the pizza. Isn't that the logo? Is
Pizza,
like
pizza.
this guy?
I straight up
Oh,
would.
yeah.
If they brought a Taco John's, if you just brought a Taco John's to St. Louis, I'll get a Taco John's tattoo.
God,
You
what
don't even
fast
gotta
food
give me
place would
anything.
you get a tattoo of?
I don't want a fast. I want strange donuts, and I would get a little sprinkle dough on my little butt cheek. That's what I do. And my husband would call me Sweet Cheeks.
Well, okay, so I have to
Or
admit,
donut
Now
hole.
you're like, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Oh, God.
One
if
of
you get
the-
a donut and then
He calls it
on your
donut hole.
to be honest.
Oh,
Hey,
boy.
show me that.
You got to get it right around. It has to spread across both cheeks.
Yeah.
So the details of this haven't been fully worked out with me and the Emo's pizza. Oh yeah, there's the logo right there. It's the guy holding the
That's
pizza
Mark
under the
Emo.
arch, and it says original St. Louis style pizza. I would get that whole thing even with the font. But
It's got to say Emos,
Yeah,
though.
you have to get the font.
yeah, Emo's Pizza. I'm saying the whole thing. I'll get the whole tag and everything. Anyway, the details had not been worked out because when I did offer this, if you guys remember, Learn, you may remember, Rizz did say only if Mr. Emo gets to pick where.
Yeah.
And I was
Oh.
like, oh, brother.
Yeah, he's got to pick where.
But he might be like a throat tattoo guy, and I'm not getting a throat tattoo.
Oh, come on.
Nah, brother.
You
I
look
said he
nice
should get a
with throat
barcode on the
tat.
back of his neck.
What, like Hitman, like the Hitman series?
Yeah, get a barcode on the back of your neck, so whenever you go to an Emos, they can just scan your barcode.
That's so Slipknot circa.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's not.
Oh,
good.
that's cool as
Or-
hell.
Yeah,
What?
but what if it starts fading and every time they scan it, I get like something I don't want. Like
Oh, donut
like,
holes?
Beep. Oh, you got
Do
extra
they have donut
Parmesan.
holes there?
At Strange Donuts?
No, at Emos. Don't they have like little donut things there?
Oh, yeah. They got like for the sweet treat. Like, yeah, you
Yeah.
can get like the balls.
Yeah, what if that starts happening when they scan me?
Well,
Old sweet balls.
fine.
I want the logo.
That was King Scott's nickname in high school.
Yes.
Sweet
I missed
balls.
him so
Sweet
much. I wish he was here.
I don't know what. So you get a Taco John's. You'd get
For
a
sure, dude.
strange.
I would get the Taco John Connor. I would have an alternate Taco John where he's like
Melting.
shooting the Taco Bell, just like in the Predator scene when they got the minigun. I would have him holding that and just like riddling it with bullets.
Does Joyous have a logo?
Yeah, just as joyous.
It's very Italian
I
font.
think I would get that.
Okay.
I do. I think it is
Big
the Italian
salami.
flag.
Yeah, I'd get a giant salami.
Like very detailed. Like Kat Von D does it. Yeah, great.
I'd get a giant hot salami on my neck.
Yeah,
Well, you've been wanting to cover up your nipple tat.
Okay.
you could make
Joyous,
that
rise up.
that would be easy.
Oh,
Your
Joyous
nip could
delis.
quickly become just a little slice of hot salam coming off a log.
We are becoming NASCARs.
Yes.
Joyous getting
Joyous
logos all over us.
is green. It's like a green.
Yeah,
It's like a green, almost like an awning, or like a ribbon kind of thing.
We had Joyous catered here the other day for a meeting. Anybody have a sandwich from them? Oh, God.
I smelt the sandwiches.
There's a lot of different
I
Joyous
sat back.
logos. Here it is, buddy. Look, you get the Joyous one. You get the Joyous one with the Italian flag, like they have it painted on this
yeah.
wall. Oh, where'd it go?
Yeah,
Anyway,
there's an Italian flag version.
Oh, yeah.
right there. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I'd get that.
What's it say? What's it say?
Home of the hot salami.
Oh my God!
Because you are the home of the hot salami.
Famous
Scott
home
Rizzuto.
of the hot salami, dude. Please,
Why?
please.
Why
And
wait
do-
for sponsorship?
Do it above the
go.
nipple.
Go right now.
Hang on, do it above the nipple and turn the nipple into a salami, a Joyous salami.
Make
It's
the
halfway
nipple
there.
the O in Joyous.
There you go.
Little salam dip.
You're just thinking about it.
I'll be honest with you, I am.
You can turn the nipple into a pepperoni
You
so
need an
easily.
Italian
So easy.
heritage tat, and this is it. And your St. Louis roots.
God, if my wife's listening right now, she's probably like, no.
Oh no, she would love it. She would love it more than the nipple.
As a
Joyous
wife,
logo?
That's where it says famous hot salami. Oh my God!
you look like Times Square.
Come on, let's go together.
Get it right in your little upper abdomen area.
Right above the belly button.
He'd have to
your
shave
little
probably.
trail, your little heaven's trail or whatever. Home of the hot salami. So every time
becomes a
pulls her
vegan.
undies
She's like, I'm
down,
never
it says
eating
home of the
meat.
hot
Home of the hot
salami
salami.
right underneath the
Come on.
underwear line.
Let's do this. Let's get a bro tattoo. We'll make the appointments together.
So you get a emos?
Yeah.
And
you
I get a
you
Joyous?
Joyous.
Hey, anybody from the Joya family? Is this could this be a thing?
Is this cool?
All right, listen. Joya family. We know you're listening.
Are they
We love
limiting
you
this,
guys.
by the way? Is it like one Joyous sandwich a day for life? You can't just go in there and get 10 sandwiches, right?
Right, it's
No.
gonna be
You can't go
one
get
a
10
day.
pizzas,
One a
can
day.
you?
And I
That's
would,
reasonable.
I wouldn't take
abuse it.
advantage. Yeah,
I wouldn't abuse the
you can-
privilege.
You can, hey, you can trust me.
Joya's family.
Okay.
If I get a home of the hot salami tattoo, Joya's for life? Any location? Okay.
If I,
Just saying.
in the same vein, if
I'm
I
gonna need that
get
in
if I
writing.
get a good sense tattoo, do I get free sandwiches for the next 6 months so all your locations close?
No, they're never closing. You know that's a front.
Yeah, that's not even a real place to get sandwiches.
Will I always be approved for a loan?
It's the CIA headquarters.
I'll give you a loan, but
It's 75%.
it's got to make sense, good sense for everybody, if you know what I mean.
I'm needing a writing. If you get an emos tattoo,
Yeah, and I'm being serious.
Need it in
I'm-
writing.
I'm obviously.
I believe you.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
can I get a special card?
I've proven my commitment to these. To
Like a
such-
You're
Special?
wearing your
Yeah.
card, dog.
You've never
Flash
seen my
the
last
card.
choice tattoo, man.
The tat.
Where is it? Is it?
It's on my
in a-
left. It's strategically on my
Yeah,
left
it's gotta
shoulder.
say,
Get it out.
if some
the
employee,
drive-thru.
if some employee's not hip to what's going on,
They get fired.
Like I have
put
pops,
that in writing too.
High stakes.
I have pops on my wrist that is for my father in Pop Rocks font, but I did show the door guy at Pops one time this, and I was like,
You should get in for free.
I should get in for free at Pops.
What'd they say?
He was like, cool, you have a ticket, just come on in. He's like, shut up.
You have to-
You don't have a cover.
What are you doing?
Yeah, he's like, what? You,
This is a free
you
show.
work in the radio.
We're
station,
glad
come on
you're
in.
here.
Hey, to piggyback on food news into a topic from last week with the restaurant tour 2026 that Rafe is doing, we did go to a restaurant after the game on Sunday. And I don't know if you want to.
did?
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to talk about that this week because you talked about
Well, you went
Hooters
to Top
last week.
Shooters.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. We did. So is that technically a restaurant?
I've never been.
It is a restaurant. It's like DB's.
I'll be honest.
Scantily clad, gorgeous women.
We did the Grizzlies game, and then a few people and went out to Columbia to learn stomping grounds, and we did go to Top Shoot. Have you talked about it already?
No. So JB
we
and
mentioned
Katie, they were rolling like 7 deep at the Grizzlies game, and they're like, we want to go get something to eat. And I was like, I'm super hungry, and I'm just going home. Tim was in bed at like 9, and so he had already eaten dinner. And I'm like, you know what? Yes, I do want to go. And so JB and Katie invited me and Rafe, and they were like, let's go. They're like, what route are you going home? And I'm like, I'm going 255 to 270, the JB Bridge. And they're like, let's go to Top Shooters. I'm like, perfect. Home stomping grounds. Haven't been there in a long time. Rafe had never been. You'd been getting served ads.
That's what I said when they asked me to go I'm like, I don't know if it's because of Sexy Time Fun Facts or whatever, but I am constantly being fed ads from this Top Shooters place. And it's smoking hot girls, women. And be like, come visit these girls at Top Shooters. And I'm like, in Columbia?
I don't think that's a restaurant.
It is a restaurant.
What do you mean?
I was like, are these AI? Do these women work here? Or are these models you hired? And I'm going to walk into this Columbia, no offense to
What
your
are you
home.
saying?
I'm saying it seems
Monroe
like
County can't
Explain.
I'm not saying
it is
what
near
I'm
Dupo.
saying
I'm just going to say.
Detail.
What I'm
Thought
trying.
process.
I'm giving you the thought process.
Are you saying all girls in Columbia, Illinois are gross?
Is that what you're saying?
It's fine.
dude.
As a
Are you
Colombian.
saying it's
I'm actually
impossible?
retracting that statement. Very attractive girls in Columbia, Illinois, because it lived up to the. And I honestly was out in the middle of nowhere, and it was a very nice establishment. They had pergolas and cornhole games going on.
I have an answer, by the way.
Did you see those girls from the ad?
I didn't see the specific girls from the ad, but we did go on a Sunday night.
And they were
Equivalency?
smoking hot.
And the girl that waited on us was great. She made me a mocktail that was awesome.
Top Shooters in
Her name was
Columbia,
Hannah.
Illinois is not an official corporate restaurant.
Well, no,
like
it's not a
Hooters
corporate-
or Twin Peaks. However, it is widely grouped into the category locally because it features an attractive female waitstaff that often dresses in revealing attire.
Yeah. I mean, DB's then is not a restaurant, right?
DB's is a restaurant.
But it's not a corporate restaurant. It's a local.
It's even more
so
than
is
that.
Hot Shots a restaurant?
Yes, Hot Shots is a restaurant. Top Shooters, DB's, Hooters, Twin Peaks, all these are boobies. Everybody. Yes, there's boobs everywhere. It's a restaurant.
Annie Guns. I mean,
Annie
what do you think they got
Guns.
the name? Just kidding.
I've seen a senator topless in there.
Annie
Yeah,
Buns.
I do that tattoo.
Annie Buns.
Let's start a restaurant called Annie Buns.
Buns.
It was a very fun themed. They had the tops of the tables were old bowling alley lanes. Moon, as a
What?
bowling owner, you got to love that.
Competitors?
No, they were competitors. They didn't have an alley. They just had like an old. The tops of the tables were.
That's awesome.
It was very nicely done. I'm going to say this. It was much nicer than I had pictured it in my mind. And I was
Well,
like,
that's
this is
nice.
a nice place. The girls were the girl that waited on us was great. She was beautiful. The ads were real. I've been fed these ads, and I was
Okay.
like, I wanted to go.
What a
you
strategic
didn't eat.
review.
I didn't eat.
Much nicer than I was expecting.
I did have a buffalo chicken
What a
salad that was
strategic
delicious.
review. I see you.
was.
I see you. I
See
see
what?
you.
And can I say this? We rolled up 5 minutes before the kitchen closed, which is a faux pas.
Well,
that
I
was
didn't
nice
eat.
of them.
And they said, no, we're leaving it open for you. Like, it's totally fine. And they did not spit in the food or
Did they
anything.
leave it open just because you're learned from the Rizz Show?
No, they didn't know who I was at all. They didn't care about any of us.
She's learned from Columbia, Illinois.
Yeah, they were
I
like,
did.
you're prom
Learned
queen
from Columbia,
circa
Illinois.
02. Yeah. My
All right,
stash.
so that's another restaurant checked off the list.
Yep, the tour.
All right, listen, we have to take a break. But first,
Hey, it's the Team Rizz member of the day.
and it's sponsored by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate soccer's biggest summer at Hot Shots all tournament long. Get the details at hotshotsnet.com. From Festus, Amanda Geary is our Team Rizz member.
Yeah,
today.
Amanda.
Amanda's a working mom who started listening to the Rizz Show back in high school and still listens every morning during her commute. Excited to be Team Rizz member of the day. She works at Wash U. Oh!
Look at the
Somebody's
pretty
smart
brain on
and she's from
Brad.
Festus. What? What does that mean?
Outstanding.
What does that mean, Rafe?
What do you mean?
Yeah, you wrote that down. Told me to say it.
Bite me. 8 o'clock.
She's made it to a couple Point Fests and plans to attend more. Amanda Geary from Festus is our Team Rizz member of the day. Get your Super Seat Team Rizz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz.
The Rizzuto Show. Traffic and weather.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with crap on celebrities. Don't forget we're heading outside at around 8 o'clock. 3 or 618-398-3833. The Point text line, 314-649-DUMB. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials, at Rizz Show. Your emails, Rizz Show, 1057thepoint.com. So in about a half hour, we're going to head outside. Are they all set up for us?
Yeah. It looks like a carnival out there.
Oh, God. And it's all to benefit Operation Food Search.
It's so funny that you think this is such a big deal. This is going to be so fun and easy.
You know I get uncomfortable.
It's just, you're a
seeing
control
people.
freak.
I know.
And that's really what this is about.
Well, poor Jordan's here who's gonna run the show while we're outside.
You give her some grace.
Here's what we're gonna do everything.
I know.
This we're gonna break for
Like
commercial.
Mark Wahlberg.
Press this button. Press that button.
She's never done weather. She's never done weather.
You said she'd done weather before.
What I said, oh yeah, because I know you're such a capable person and everybody says such lovely things about you around this building. She's like one of our best board
Here's an
ops.
idea.
Jordan, get on mic there.
We're outside. I'll do weather.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty nice
it's
out.
great.
Look, things are looking
It's
good.
nice out.
Yeah. Jordan, how long have you worked with us?
This will be my 4th year.
4th year. She's worked here for a long time.
And final if you get anything wrong.
Appreciate it.
We're your filter for Scott Rizzuto, okay? Yeah.
I'm not a tyrant.
You're a control
Get
freak.
out of here. I may be a control freak, but I'm not a tyrant.
Why'd you make her do push-ups when she came in the
Yeah.
room?
We never used the word.
Well, physical fitness is paramount
important.
on this show.
We never
Yeah,
even used the
clearly.
word
You
tyrant.
can tell by all the photos we
All
take.
of our beer guts? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Do you think I should get a Joyous tattoos for free food?
Absolutely. I was listening on the way in, and I think all the tattoos are a great idea.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I mean, look, Emo's even has a good logo.
Even the
Oh,
good
yes.
sense.
Like that, I mean, look at the contours. It's perfect for my body.
Perfect.
What would you get, Jordan, if you could get any
I
food?
actually don't have any tattoos.
Okay.
But
so
if you were to get a fast food tattoo,
Tell us. No wrong answers.
probably Culver's.
Okay. See, she's a young
Culver's
person, dude.
is-
Culver's is so
What's
hot
the
right
deal?
now.
it's having its
What
moment.
Culver's do to your generation?
Is it a TikTok thing?
Is it the
I don't
butter
think
buns?
so. No, I get the grilled cheeses. I'm a
Okay.
very picky eater, so
Gotcha. Maybe that's it. Maybe they just have
cheeses.
great options for picky eaters, as the children are.
I don't know. My daughter's getting Culver's all of a sudden. I go, where did this? This is new.
This is no.
Yeah, because it seems like an old person place.
Right.
Yeah, like I feel
know?
like people with walkers go to Culver's because they won't be judged.
Because they want a butter burger.
I
This
want
is where
the
we're
butter
at.
burger.
The young generation, dude, they got old.
Yeah.
They had nowhere else to go. We stayed hip too long, and we gave them nowhere to go, so that's why they're all
The Culver's is good, by the way.
That's why none
It's
of them
good.
drink.
it's really good.
They don't drink. They go to Culver's at 4 o'clock does a special. You're 13. Oh,
I go to bed
39
early.
cents ice cream cones.
Well, listen, we're going outside at 8 o'clock. We're encouraging you to bring canned food.
Show us your cans.
Non-perishable food items. Mm-hmm. We'll be doing some giveaways. I want to do car trivia.
Cool. You're like James Corden.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
You're gonna get in other people's cars.
Yeah.
The,
Are you?
They won't let you out until you answer the questions properly.
the cars.
They get to steal you. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Take him away.
You have a megaphone with you?
Of course I do.
Oh,
It's always
nice.
in my car. Are you serious? I'm yelling at people non-stop.
We have a
in the city.
megaphone. We have a megaphone. We're gonna give away stuff outside.
During commercial breaks, I'm actually going to go to Olive on the other side of the
Why
vans.
during commercial breaks?
Well, so I can yell at people driving by.
Do it while we're on the
Fine.
I
air.
got a gravity bong in my truck.
It's gonna
Nice.
scare people.
We all have things in our cars that we don't want to talk about.
So bring your food donations down. 11647 Olive Boulevard. We're going to be almost right up against Olive Boulevard. I mean, you can't miss it.
By the way, can I just bitch for a second? I was parking this morning, as one does, and I'm getting out of my car. Why does TMA get like the prime spot by
Where
the
are they?
doors?
It's absurd.
Did you also have
Where
this
are they?
feeling?
I saw that and I go,
Where
"Oh,
are
look at
they?
this."
Right by the freaking doors, dude.
Oh.
Right down here.
And they had the
By
volume. They
Il
had the
Balago.
volume cranking.
And it's gorgeous what they got going on down there.
Why are they over there?
Right.
Dude,
You got to be kidding.
I'm
me.
not
don't even
kidding
get-
you.
Don't even
And
get me
I
started.
think they've been out there the whole time.
What?
I think they started at 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they started broadcast. So they
Maybe
are
that's
the
why.
first.
The show
They're already
starts
on
at
the air.
7.
I see.
They're already on the air down there.
Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better, but I'm still like, what?
I'm still going to trash their set.
Your
That's
feelings
right.
are valid.
Thank
but
you,
I think
Jordan.
that's why. Yeah.
I mean, go down there. It's beautiful. Doty's there, and
Oh no!
he set up like
You're
the
gonna have to
step
pass
and
it to
repeats.
go to our little rinky-dink
I'm
setup
going
out
on
there.
to TMA at 10. I'm hopping on. When I'm done here, I'm going to there.
Wow.
Well, look at you.
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Well,
tell us how the spoils of
Well, you know the way they
they're
treat
right by
Tim
the
around
fountain.
here. Tim is the golden child around
He
here,
is.
Tim McKernan.
wild. What? I love Tim. Tim is spectacular talent.
He is, but
But we've been here longer.
You know,
yeah, man.
Like way
fun
longer.
fact about Tim McKernan, he won't point in pictures.
He won't point
What do you mean?
Yeah.
in pictures. Explain this.
Well, we were taking pictures for like promo photos for the Spread Zone podcast.
Sure.
And the photographer's like, hey, pretend to point at something. And Tim goes, I don't point.
Oh yeah, because people can pirate that photo, and then you're promoting like something you don't want to promote.
I don't think he was thinking that.
Oh well, what the hell's his problem then? That's what I went to. That's the only reason not
Really?
to point.
Honestly, that's a great thought.
That's a great thought.
I
never
won't do
thought
it
of
any longer.
No
Like,
more point. Guys,
no more pointing
pointing.
or presenting.
No more pointing in press photos.
Right.
Dude, there's so many of these of you. They're gonna do whatever.
Yeah, dude.
This
you
is
would
it, though.
surf
But
set.
you're pointing with your pinky,
This is it.
kinda.
Find a picture where I'm not doing that, and you know it's AI. You know it's faked.
Yeah, but what if they have you like in front of like Stalin and you're like doing surf stuff?
Yeah,
you know
dude.
what I mean?
Well, they could put
It's
you
a
in front
friggin'
anywhere.
nightmare.
Oh.
Well,
Tim won't point in pictures.
Well, bring it up because I need to listen about what that's all about.
He hates when I say that too. I've told
You're at the
everybody.
Holocaust Museum.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
What
You
up,
gotta be
dude?
careful.
Look at all these shoes.
whatever.
Come
At
on,
the
man.
end,
That
Come on.
is
Hey, you're the ones that
terrifying.
can
You gotta be
too
kidding me.
far.
let's not go back
Too
to
far.
that. America, let's go.
It's live radio.
Indeed.
Jordan's like, holy crap.
Welcome.
Yeah, come see us outside.
Why you're mad at me? Moon was the one that did the
Who are we next to?
hang loose at the
Who
Holocaust
are we next?
Museum. not
The
me.
road.
Yeah, man.
Oncoming traffic
Well,
is
all
who
the
we're
morning
next.
shows are out there.
Look, we're next
Oh, that's
to,
a nice setup.
There's a Lee's van.
Oh, we got a tent.
Oh,
Okay,
Lisa's
it
here?
looks nice. It's not rinky dinky. I take it back. But it ain't no TMA thing down here.
Yeah, they got the red carpet has
Tim's
been
not
rolled
even
out.
here
Tell
today.
you what, dude, we're one tilt-a-whirl short of a carnival midway down there.
Are you
serious?
serious?
Tim took the day off.
What? He's living that life.
Dude, they had that set up before our setup. And he's
Well,
got
it's
a
Martin
date for his
Kilcoyne's
day
down there,
off.
Jackson, and
Doug Vaughn.
Doug's off too.
What? Is Iggy down there? Who's down there?
Man,
I think it's Martin and
Oh, maybe they put him far away so no one would notice.
Oh, maybe.
Jackson.
hey, there's
I don't know.
people out there, man. So Operation Food Truck already has their truck and or food search.
Operation Food Truck.
Sorry, Operation
Food Trucks. It's something totally different.
Mission
Yeah, that's different.
Impossible.
Sorry, they have their truck out there and 2 vans because we're expecting to overflow.
Well, it's the whole thing is fill up a trunk. Let's fill up a trunk.
I had a guy email me who was bringing like 400 pounds of cans.
As long as we get more cans than anybody
There's
else.
a Team
'cause it's
Rizz
always
member
a
right there.
competition.
All cream corn.
I hope.
Team
I'll
Rizz
take
member.
one.
Oh, she must hear us talking.
Oh, she's jumping up and down.
Oh, they see us.
Who's
Yeah.
out there?
We are
Donations
so
are
not
already-
bitching about our setup. What?
Donations are already starting.
All right, good.
I'm not bitching about the setup. Look at that. It looks great. That's not what it looked like this morning when I came
Well,
in.
no, I know engineering's been working on this for days.
They have. They bought new
Days.
equipment for this.
I know.
That looks good.
Shout
That
out.
I know,
looks
it's going to be great.
No, they did a great job.
Oh, look,
Hey.
we're as far from Casey as possible.
Good.
What?
Good. Keep us away.
I don't want that Casey stink on me. Hey, I know, Rafe, you were out this week,
Yes.
so there's going to be no in memoriam this week. But I do want to recognize the people that died this week.
Oh, please, yeah.
So who died this
There was a
week?
lot.
I know there was a lot.
I was keeping track 'cause I thought I'd have to get to it next week. So thanks for doing that.
So like Walter Parazater, you know who he was? One of the guys, one of the founding members of Chicago. He died at the age of 81. Oliver Tree,
Sad.
the highly eccentric bowl cut sporting alt pop singer songwriter.
I still haven't heard any details about this crash.
I mean, he passed away in a helicopter crash.
Right.
Plenty of conspiracy
two
theories
helicopters.
already out.
2 helicopters head first. What? How? Like what were the circumstances here? Was this a
He was touring in Brazil, and it was like they were flying him from gig to gig.
flying him from gig to gig? And what was the other helicopter doing?
That
there?
I
Was
don't
this,
know.
This is like pilot error or
Who knows?
a
It's already conspiracy central on the internet, so who knows what happened.
Davy Chase, who was the girl from The Ring, also
Lilo?
famously
Davy.
provided the voice of Lilo and
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch. She apparently was homeless.
I know. She's on Skid Row.
She was on Skid Row and got meningitis.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Gosh, dang.
Terrible.
Would you bring that up?
Why was she homeless? Is there any more details to that?
She's,
She on hard times.
yeah, just like
She was living with her boyfriend, I think, in a van or something.
just a child celebrity, like just taking a turn, you know?
Passed away
Terrible.
from complications related to meningitis and sepsis. Tom Dreesen, legendary stand-up comedian.
Yeah, he died. I was at Comedy in Hermosa Beach. I was doing a show at Comedy Magic and the Comedy and Magic Club. Thank you. I had to get it out. And
Got it.
They did like a tribute to him. There was because they have a cool. Their back room was like, there's always like people sign the wall in a lot of places, but this place has been around for a long time, man. There was like Seinfeld, like back when Seinfeld was working clubs. Like, it was cool, and Tom Dreesen had his own brick, and he's very well respected as one of the greats.
He was a regular on Carson and Letterman, and
Opened for Sinatra.
Famously. Ann Sheedon, who was the mom from Alf, she died this week.
Oh.
She was 77. And for God's sakes,
kill me.
This kind of went under the radar everywhere. Gene Shalit died.
Oh,
We talked about it.
to you.
No, I know. We talked about it.
I was saying
But
his stash was sexy.
I thought it would be bigger news. Jordan, you know who Gene Shalit was?
I don't think so.
Pull up a picture of Gene
Pull
Shalit.
up you let us know what you think of this man
I
when
don't
you
think
see
so.
He
no.
was a movie. He
how
was a
cute this
movie
man
critic
is.
on the Today Show for 4,000 years.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of guy you would see at Culver's.
Right.
You are correct.
You know what I mean? Like,
He
You're
died
eating grilled cheese with Gene Shalit.
at
Yeah.
the age of 100 years old.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Gene. What a run. Oh, what a run. What a run. Gene Shalit.
I love him.
died this
That's
week.
what I hope I look like in my next life, and I get to like hang out with
Gene
cool people.
Shalit?
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like a guy who
Give that a hell of a mustache, right?
befriends Muppets. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like he's
Yeah,
like
he was
he's
a
Muppet's
Muppet.
best friend.
Can you imagine doing psychedelics with Gene Shalit?
No. But I would have loved to.
I could imagine doing psychedelics and seeing Gene Shalit.
I hope you do.
All right, let's do crap on.
The Rizzuto Show. Crap on celebrities.
All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And we begin with this. Apple Music has revealed its all-time most streamed artists for the first time. Guys, Drake has taken the top spot, followed by Taylor Swift at number 2 and
Oh, I thought we
Future
were gonna guess.
at number 3. No, there's another list you'll be guessing on. This list on Apple Music is dominated by hip-hop and R&B artists, Bad Bunny representing Latin music, Morgan Wallen standing as the highest-ranked country artist, which is crazy. And other names in the top 20 include like The Weeknd, Post Malone, Kendrick Lamar, and Eminem.
Where's Three Doors Down on the list?
Not available.
Oh, not in the top 25?
R.I.P. Brad Arnold.
What?
Sleep Theory has released a studio
Of all the-
cover.
of all the people to throw a dart at.
Yeah, the man is dead.
Okay.
You want to take that back and substitute somebody else?
Yeah, Nickelback would be more appropriate at this time.
Where's Nickelback on
Not
the
on the
list?
list.
Surprised, actually.
Yeah.
Nickelback's not in the top 25 of all-time downloads on Apple Music?
Yeah.
Maybe if this was like
Who
99.
uses Apple Music anyway?
I do.
What losers? Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, you know what? You can
Not the bros,
go to hell.
apparently.
We have the family plan.
You do really?
Yeah, I really do. And I used Spotify for podcasts. Why? Have no clue. Okay.
You pay a subscription for both?
No, I don't pay for my
Wait,
podcast.
so you use Spotify for podcasts and
Yeah.
Apple for the music?
Right. I like the platform for podcasting on Spotify better than Apple's podcast. And some podcasts aren't available on Apple. So that's why I went to Spotify. Like when Dak Shepard's podcast went to just strictly Spotify.
When he took the money?
I had to, I was like, oh God, I need my Dak Shepard. So, but yeah, I love Apple Music. I've had
What a
it
day that
forever.
was.
And honestly, I'm grandfathered into a great price. Anyway,
The day Dax
Remember that?
left
Remember when Dak
Apple.
Shepard left
I
Apple?
love Armchair Expert. It's a great pod. In fact, the newest episode.
We all know it was Rogan. When Rogan did the Spotify deal, you went over there.
I did. I am
200
I am in the manosphere. Sleep Theory has released a studio cover of NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye, guys. This
I
is
heard this.
huge news. And here it is. Here's a little taste for the kids.
This is Sleep Theory. Bye, bye, bye. There it is.
Makes me want to do the boy band stomp to it. It's pretty good. They were recently at Download Festival, debuted that performance.
Oh.
People went nuts. Guys, we've talked a lot about fast food chains that we would tattoo on our body for life. Is there a band, I'm asking the room, is there a band that you would wear a diaper to the show so you can stay at the rail at the front?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Give me the band that you
Three
would.
Doors Down.
Okay. Okay.
And totally redeem yourself.
Yeah. So cool.
You're going to have to wait that long for the song, you
Yeah,
know.
because Brad is not there anymore.
Better be an extra plus diaper you're wearing, dog. You're going to have to wait.
Is
till
there a
you go
band? No.
No?
No.
Anybody?
Diaper?
Oh, absolutely.
Tell us.
This band that I follow, they're called Laney, L-A-N-Y.
Oh, yeah.
I've traveled to Canada to see them.
Awesome.
So,
what
yeah.
kind of music?
Indie pop.
You know, Rafe can't get into Canada.
You ever
right?
been to a Culver's? They play a lot of Laney. In the,
Hell yeah, they do.
She's been to Canada.
Yeah, Jordan can get into Canada. Someone in this room cannot.
Well, I may have to steal your identity
Okay, well,
before it's all said and done.
just
I'll
give
get it
me a
back
heads
to you.
up. Yeah,
Would you
just
wear a
give me heads up.
diaper?
I would probably wear a diaper to Daft Punk.
Ugh.
and dance
That's
that
the
diaper.
person I want to run into
Why do you
on
need
the
to be in the
dance floor.
front row for that? They're
I don't
just
know.
playing.
I want to see the robots up close.
Damp punk.
Damn.
What about you?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think. I mean,
Ray wears a diaper on
Rage Against the
stage.
Machine?
no. I don't think I would do that for that either. I don't think so.
Bummer. All right.
I mean, there's maybe one artist that I would put myself in very uncomfortable.
Silverchair gets back together.
Okay, that's a maybe.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
That's,
okay.
that's a maybe.
Hey man,
That's a
I'm
maybe.
just trying to have fun with this. Like
Okay,
you guys
you know
are
what? Okay,
literally
fine.
turning out your diapers
Fine.
on the air right now. Like
Whoa,
Fine.
see now I can hold that for days. Days.
That's crazy.
Led Zeppelin gets back together.
There you
Led
go.
Zeppelin gets back together.
you're up front.
I'm up front
I love
in a
it.
diaper.
Thank you for your answer, Rafe Dean.
All shows.
All
I'd wear
shows.
a diaper to any
Every
show.
single one.
I wear a diaper to the Wiggles. I don't care.
yeah, and the, and the
I want
diaper
my
is-
money's worth.
The diaper is just so I can hydrate. I'm not
Stay
going
front
to.
row.
That's right.
I'm not duking in this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
well,
duking in this.
some
I would
people-
dipe up for real. If someone give me tickets to George Strait and Alan Jackson this
Oh, okay,
next
there you go.
weekend, I will wear the diaper on the outside. Just to go to that concert because it's $30,000 for a front row ticket, and if I paid that, you best
Is
believe
it still
I'm
up to?
putting the
I bet
diaper
you it's
on.
more now.
While you look that up, I'm going to tell you who's pooping their pants and peeing their pants at shows.
I know famously Richard Christie from the Stern Show.
Yeah, he's the one that I think introduced the planet to it. He was talking about doing that
Do you
long
remember
ago.
What, do you remember what band?
It's metal, right?
Coheed and Cambria.
Oh, that's right. He's
Oh,
a Coheed
really?
fan.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
offense, but
I know.
People that love them though. Like they
That's
do
true.
have a hardcore following.
that Claudio,
Claudio.
yeah.
Claudio Sanchez.
Well, Olivia
Rizz
Rodrigo
loves that
fans
guy.
are peeing and pooing themselves because they don't want to leave the front. And so she was just recently interviewed, and she says, I have been to certain concerts and certain festivals where people wear diapers so they can be front row of the show. And that's been an experience as a performer that I've smelled. So she can
Oh.
smell the urine and the
I don't
caca.
think. No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Moon,
Terrifying. This
Yeah.
is happening.
You can't smell poo poo and pee pee.
Through a diaper?
Yeah, but you're on stage.
Man, you smell some weird things up there. I don't know.
Guys, the ongoing
believe
saga of Bunny XO and Jelly Roll, as we found out earlier this week, they are divorcing. Papers were filed back in May. Now Bunny has a new podcast episode about she and Jelly Roll's divorce. So she said that they had a big argument on Mother's Day, which was back in May. They ended with her packing her bags and telling him to file for divorce. She didn't close what the fight was about, but she says it's not mutual. She says, even though I told him to file for divorce, I was speaking out of anger and just frustration. She also mentioned that they're still pursuing to have a baby together. Quote, we're
What?
just going to raise a little nugget as one big happy family.
But you're
And-
not a happy family.
and
are you
that
talking
Jelly
about?
started dating already and that she's just going to focus on herself. So
So they are having a
He's
kid?
he's dating already.
he's apparently dating
it was-
already.
It was almost like he was waiting for her to say that in a fight.
and
so
then he was like,
could-
I'm out.
I saw a clip on stage. Maybe you've already covered it this
Go.
week. He addressed it at a concert. He's like, it's the only time I'm going to talk about it. And he's like, the internet lies, and that his basic thing was like, she's my best friend. She's been my best friend for 10 years. Bunny, I love you. Thanks for 10 years. Here's to being best friends for 10 more and 20 beyond that and raising a kid together. And we're always going to be ride or dies for each other. So it seemed like they just made the decision to.
Amicably
have
separate.
everything out in the open and monetize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then she said, don't be scared. Shoot your shot. I will be the ex-wife and we'll have a great time.
Rafe, there's a pit in front of the Alan Jackson stage. Okay, so that if you want to get in the pit,
And try to love someone.
it'll
Dipe
be
up.
$2,600. Then you'll have to dipe up for that.
2,600 for
one-
while Alan Jackson sings "Remember When," I can drop a deuce right in the middle.
Now, if you want,
if
if you want row 10, section D, which is right behind the pit, $3,000 for a ticket.
Buy
Well,
him
those
these,
dropped.
these
Those
tickets.
were $30,000 last week. I mean, that's still ridiculous.
30 grand will get you into a suite. I get you a suite for 30 grand.
You know, we know somebody. We got a friend right here who actually is getting the suites from Metallica.
At the Sphere?
Yeah.
I even tried to. Really?
Yeah. And
That's tight.
honestly, I thought the price was reasonable.
I think I'm going on February 6th.
I'll
Sounds
tell
like
you,
you
I
are
don't,
going
I don't know
on
if he wants to
February
disclose,
6th.
but
Right.
he spent, I think it was, what did he say, $2,000? I think it was $2,000. And you get to see 2 nights. And the suite has food and drink.
Let's
Oh,
go.
that's great.
I'll drop that right
Plus,
now.
I'm pretty sure the suite has like the best spot. It's
Oh,
like
that's
the,
a great
the,
spot.
The mezzanine
That's a great
spot.
price.
Yeah, because
so $2 grand for 2 nights?
yeah, I think
With
2 nights.
food?
With food. And remember, Metallica's doing the whole like
Let's go.
the weekend thing where it's a different set each night.
Yeah, it's I think they do a Thursday and a Saturday.
Okay, well then he gets
Oh,
both
there
nights.
was a promise made at the Jamie Rivers pool party, hands in. You guys were pretty drunk, but I'm holding everyone to it.
I didn't promise anything.
I believe there was promises made, bud.
No, there was no promises made.
Well, we're going to have to run the tape back because I was filming everything.
Next.
Chris Pratt is teaming up with presidential historian Doris Kearns Goodwin for a new comedy series about American history. So Chris Pratt's going to play an enthusiastic history buff who frequently gets the facts wrong. Goodwin will then step in to set the record straight. And the short form series is being funded by the U.S. State Department as part of the lead up to America's 250th anniversary. And so it'll be live action comedy with animation if you're interested.
Wonderful.
Netflix is officially making a reality competition series based on Simon Says. We all played that when we were kids. The show promises strategic challenges, mind games, and major cash prizes with contestants forced to decide when following Simon's orders helps or hurts their chances. So be on the lookout for that. Moving into movie news, Toy Story 5 is going to tear us all apart this weekend. Tom Hanks says it's the saddest one so far. And, of course, the death of Robin Hood with Hugh Jackman and Bill Skarsgård is out this weekend
Man,
as
that
well.
looks good.
Does it?
It does. They had some long previews on the plane, like a behind-the-scenes thing. It looked pretty good.
What's the tomatoes
The Tomatoes.
Death of Robin Hood?
on that? Yeah,
I never even heard of this.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was coming
That's
out.
not true. We watched the trailer together and we were like, "Whoa, that'd be sick." I think all three of us did about a couple months ago, and then I haven't heard anything about it until Rafe said, "Hey, that movie comes out today."
70% tomato meters.
Oh, that's not terrible. What about Toy Story 5?
Toy Story 5, I think it got really good reviews so
120%.
far. Everybody's crying. 93% and 93% for both critics and audience. Excellent. So prepare yourselves. Speaking of Tom Hanks, he was recently interviewed on the podcast The Rest is Entertainment. He opened up about a scene in Castaway.
I just watched that.
Did you? Did you
In the hotel
Did you watch
this
it on the
weekend.
plane?
I watched it in the hotel this weekend.
Well, Jordan, have
seen
you
it in a
seen
long
Castaway?
No, I have not.
Oh my gosh, girl, you gotta watch it.
You've never seen Castaway?
No, I
You've never seen Castaway?
hadn't seen it since it came out. Like, when's the last time you actually watched Castaway?
It's been a long
I
time.
watch it every couple of years.
If it's on TV, I'll watch it.
I'll catch it in the middle.
I love that.
I
movie.
just added some audio to our
I think
folder.
that ending is one of the most beautiful endings ever.
All right.
So here he is talking on this podcast, The Rest is Entertainment podcast, about this part of Castaway that he just cannot watch.
Okay, here's Tom Hanks.
There is a moment that is painful for me. In Castaway, I am back in Kelly's house, and he gives her watch back. And there's a moment where I just think, I'm not there. All it is a turnaround on me, but I do this gesture that I just think is false and is me and is not Chuck. If the movie is on, I will get up and leave the room before that scene comes on.
Did you know when it was happening? Or did you
No,
only
I
see
did
it
not.
after?
No, it wasn't until I actually saw it when it went down. And I think that, we were just moving on there, and I wasn't there.
So it's kind of interesting. You think Tom Hanks is this amazing actor, but he can see like when he screws up and he ruins the movies for him.
I'd imagine it's the same, same as it for music. I mean, I'll hear something I did 15 years ago, and as soon as I hear this one part in a verse, I'm just like, oh god,
Kills you.
I could have done that better, or man, I should have stuck to my guns, or whatever the heck it is. I can't imagine seeing a huge movie like that too, and a thing that you think you could have done better. I wouldn't watch it either.
I
That's
don't blame
probably
him at all.
every creative person, I think.
Yeah, I
And
would think so.
finally, guys, with America's 250th birthday just a couple weeks away, there was a music journalist and author, Alan Light. He's compiled the 25 most American songs of all time for Esquire magazine. Now, he completely excluded songs with America or USA in their titles. All right, so this is not
like Lee Greenwood's "God Bless the USA" is not on here.
Born in the USA, not on.
Yeah, none of that's on here. So, like, for instance, he's got The River from Bruce Springsteen on this list of the most American songs.
The River.
The River. So that's on this list. He also has the Beach Boys, Surfin' Safari on this list. How American is this?
I could see this being a good. Or Surfing USA.
Surfing USA, excuse me.
Wait.
Surfing USA.
It has USA in it, but he excluded like America the Beautiful.
You know what? He excluded the on the nose ones.
Right.
Like a little too on the nose.
Yeah.
Also on this list, Margaritaville from Jimmy Buffett. Think of all the people down in Florida that are getting nuts. Like you can almost go to a state in your mind for some of these songs. That's how I kind of looked at it. Like for instance, you got Blitzkrieg Bop from the Ramones. So this takes you right into freaking CBGB in New York.
Let's go.
Most American song, British accent.
Okay.
Kiss is on this list with Rock and Roll All Night. I mean, this played at everybody's parties.
These are quintessential American songs.
Yes. Of course, he's got Tom Petty on there with Free Fallin', not American Girl. Hell no.
Yeah, this does take you to a place.
This is the first one I've fully agreed with.
Okay.
I think of Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire like singing horribly off key to this song, but like everyone's been in their car and cranked it up the way he did in that.
What year did this come out?
80s? 78?
Oh, 90s.
No, 89.
I'm going to say it was like 91 or 92.
Was it?
Oh,
I hope.
I think it's 80. I think it's like 87, 89. Anyway, Aretha Franklin's Respect is also on this list. So he gets into some classics. Foundational.
Was
90s.
1990.
89.
1990.
89.
I want it to be Dirtbags possible.
I don't think it's 90s.
It's 89.
89.
Darn, I'll tell you what.
Respect. Here we go.
I mean,
All right.
classic.
Yeah.
Also, NWA's Straight Outta Compton.
Sure, I think
America. You know?
Next.
Also, Wide Open Spaces from the Chicks.
Sure. Okay.
You know?
What about California Love?
California Love? No.
Well, I don't.
He also has newer stuff on here called Driver's License from Olivia Rodrigo. I'm sure the young people love this
Culver's
song.
folk will love that.
He's got many more. Obviously, it's a top 10.
The old song somewhere in here?
Bob Dylan.
Well, thank you, Lauren.
Yeah. So, Happy Birthday, America.
Well, is there at least one Seeger song on
No,
this?
there's no Bob Seger. In fact, there's an Elvis Presley song. Robert Johnson, Chuck Berry made the list with Johnny B. Good, Bad Bunny, Kendrick Lamar, Johnny Cash. But it's an interesting list, and that's what
So we got to get outside.
Celebrities celebrating a birthday today. Atticus Schaefer from the middle is 28. Brian Head Welch is 56. Zoe Saldana is 48. Mia Sarah, that's Ferris's girlfriend Sloan, is 59. Paula Abdul, 64. Mark DeBarge, since we were talking about another DeBarge, the trumpet player, is 67. Ann Wilson from Heart is 76. Felicia Rashad is 78. And Salman Rushdie, the author of Satanic Verses, is 79 years old today.
All right, today's porno birthday is Stacey Lords, and today's birthday girl's been in 71 fine films, including Bimbo Bowlers from Boston, Blame It on the Heat, Denim Dolls, Filthy Delight 2, The Girl with the Blue Jeans Off, Hard Bodies, Hot in the City, Kisses Don't Lie, The Oral Majority 7, Stairway to Heaven, and who could forget her role in 1989's Who Reamed Rosie Rabbit?
Whoa.
Please, Eddie.
Stacey Lords is 57 years old. It's porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities.
The Rizzuto Show. Traffic and weather.
All right, we're going to head downstairs. Come join us, won't you, for the food drive out here at City Place. 8:01, Friday, traffic and weather. Moon coming out.